Welcome to the show, and what a complete load of shit we've got for you tonight.
I used to laugh at the idea of a woman prime minister.
John, you can ask me questions if you give me notice.
There's no time necessarily for manners.
Doesn't give my opponents much time to run.
I'm responsible for introducing the concept of MMP by accident.
You know, they hate the system.
I used to call the old culture the concrete playground.
Poets in this country have always been the smart ones.
I've been performing since I was born.
I can smell the uranium on it.
It was the night before election year, and all through the house, not a Seymour was stirring. Yes, he's a mouse. Luxon shifted his ass and said, "Isn't it great that we can live in a country where I can stir discord and hate? Come Atlas, come act. New Zealand first and TPU. New Zealand's open for business, but there's no business for you. Merry Christmas, New Zealand, to all the wealthy and sorted. This has been one of the best years my wallet has ever recorded." Oh, that's it. All right, we're live.
No mai hawaii te whānau ki Aotearoa I tēnei pō, ko Magenta tōku ingoa.
And ko Purely Jolly Rogers tōku ingoa. We've got a thematic Christmassy episode today. I know,
Right.
I shotgun decided to make it like this is going to be the last one, I think, for the year, and then just whatever, we'll just improv from them, we'll figure it out. But I thought I'd just slap together a shitty, it's not too bad for like last second sort of, I like all the icons and stuff.
I love how it's covering my name as well.
Oh no, well if you were here to test it. I'm just gonna blame you. I'm like,
what happened to you at work today? You're blaming me for a lot. Are you okay?
It's end of year exhaustion, I think. I'm at that point where I'm just like, man, I just need a freaking holiday.
Honestly, so fair, so fair. Especially considering you've been doing some real hard, long weeks.
Oh my god, I'm burnt out, eh? But, apart from that, excited to be here as usual. Excited to go through a week's worth of stuff. How was everything for everyone else? We got an audience, I believe. Yes, we do.
Yes,
look at that. We got a beautiful audience right there.
Yes. So we had some people patiently waiting for us.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, Laura. To be fair, I have seen that merch. I actually sent it to Pat the second I saw it. It's hilarious. And I don't think the detective knows what we're talking about.
No, I don't. I have no clue. You might have to show me.
Yeah, no, it means I'm gonna have to go to the fucking Act Party website. And
Okay, all right. You look for it.
It's on our shared account. It's not on my own one.
I'm also loving because I brought a new webcam and what?
Sorry, I just got onto the website.
Why did you just vomit when I said that? You fucking piece of shit.
Was on my screen.
No, I was just talking about my own complexion, and the first thing you do is vomit in your mouth. My self-esteem. At this time of year, I need it. I'm looking great.
Laura set me up. This is you guys colluding.
Oh my god.
All along, but consider you can continue about your pale complexion.
Nah. I think I'm gonna I was just gonna say, in short, I look better than you do.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for revenge.
Okay, I mean.
No, you do look pretty good. You got the Christmas colors going on, so.
Well, that's why I actually I didn't realize you were gonna do all of this. I was like, fuck, these are my antlers that I bought for the BHN Christmas party last year. So I don't want to go buying cheap crap from the $2 shop without actually reusing it.
Hold up, can anyone else? Magenta is too quiet compared to Rogers, but also I can only just hear Magenta. Hold up. Hold up.
What?
I'm getting different opinions.
Oh
here.
no.
Who can hear who?
Okay, so I've just started speaking into my mic. Does that help?
Well, I can turn you up on the video in.
But also, yeah, I think it's funny if only I am able to be heard, because then I'm having this whole conversation with myself.
Only you can be heard, but I'm louder than you.
Okay, apparently I still need to be turned up. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
I'll turn you up.
Turn it up, DJ.
Turn it up. How's that? That's very loud. I need to turn you
Mr.
down.
PJ, turn the music on.
Yeah, I wanna rock PJ.
Oh, not the Robbie Williams. Do you know what? The OG music video for that song traumatized me as a child. Have you ever watched the full video? Like the uncensored
Yeah,
video?
where he's like taking his skin off.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It's crazy shit.
Absolutely unhinged. So hopefully, there we go. Apparently it's
You
better.
found it?
I was more saying I found the thing I was looking for ages
Oh, then
ago.
show me the merch. Yeah.
All right, let me just actually share my.
And yes,
screen
it is a
first.
Marvel sock for whoever was asking.
got the Marvel Cinematic Universe microphone. Oops, wrong one.
That was the wrong one. Here we go.
Okay, so as you might have already peeped here, you've got the double take merch from the ACT Party in colours Green Party, Anti-Party Māori.
Wait,
I can go back, show you the first one.
I don't get it.
It's
I mean, I get it, but I don't get why.
I think from what I remember seeing, I believe, well, they're clearly just trying to fuck with the Greens and Te Pāti Māori. But apparently one of the things I saw them say was like, since we believe in like everybody having access to what they want, if you prefer these colours, like...
It feels like the joke would be like if I was like a Marxist and I was going around with like some kind of swastika that had like a hammer and sickle on it. Like, oh, isn't this funny? I'm wearing a swastika. It's like, no. It's like the antithesis of you.
Like Trump supporters did during at least one of the election rounds?
Yeah, but they're actually like fascists. That's the difference.
They're also Nazis.
Like we're talking about something that's like the complete opposite of your belief, and you're like wearing it. Like I don't know. It doesn't. It seems like the opposite of an own.
But those with a sense of humor, classic fit satirical twist, guaranteed to raise eyebrows. They basically want to rage bait.
That's why I don't get it. I don't have a sense of humor, so
they want to rage bait. I can't make out what the like authorization text specifically says in it.
Oh, you have to buy to find that out. No one's gonna do that.
Nah, I'm good. But yeah, that's what Laura was talking about in terms of the good old
And
ACT
we
Party.
got NZ Nemesis coming up on 1.5 speed. He's going to see us soon. He's coming up on behind. He's coming up. He's coming up. He's going to...
He's coming!
He's announced he's coming up. We hope you join us soon, Nemesis. We look forward to seeing you in the present.
Also, it's raising Chloe's eyebrows. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cringe. I mean, to be fair, we have had a few people talk about how there's one thing where a lot of people will just kind of see this and not actually read it properly, so they'll just think it's a Green Party shirt.
Yeah, so this one, I disagree in this instance that it's copyright infringement, because this one clearly, like, it's clearly satire. They're allowed to do that. However, that said, the one where it was like the Whoop Whoop Police one, that one was borderline, infringement on copyright. So, like, that was trying to, like, there are people I know who thought it was legit green ad. So,
no, absolutely.
And that's when you're not doing satire well. In fact, you've failed doing satire when someone's like, "Is this real?" So, yeah.
But yes, yes, and I have not forgotten about the "Make Ardern Go Away" hats, and I remember seeing stickers on Lime scooters of all fucking things, where people would put that sticker on Lime scooters, and I'm just like, man, so cringe, but. Yeah, that's what the ACT Party's up to. But this is what I made the spew face to. So I'll go onto their website and hopefully it'll come up. No, that's not it then. See, now it's trying to stitch me up. So I'll go to this one, and this is what I vomited at. Yeah. It was just that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh. They're trying to make it look like they're like real people, like that one of Andrew Hoggard right there, where he's like, like that's clearly like he's trying to look like he's out in the wilderness in the middle of nowhere, but it looks like that's like his, like the edge of his backyard. He's just like, get me against the trees. It's gonna look like I'm out in the
my
fucking
house
wop-wops.
looks, exactly. It's like having a nice good bush in the back of your backyard. Absolutely. But yeah, that's what I made the vomiting face and noise about. Not
no,
you
I forgive
being
you
pale.
now. I take it back.
Thank God. I'm glad that I have proven myself worthy.
Yeah, especially when you see like what is it, Simon Court doing his goofy nod there.
Right, yeah, fucking. I'd rather just go to Google right now because I'm like, I'm sick of
Go to
seeing
Google,
this.
yeah.
I'm not
This
ready
is
to change
nicer.
the tab yet, but
This
I need
fits
it
the
to be
theme.
changed. It does. It does.
Yeah, good tidings. Goodness to
Hopefully, better tidings next year than we've had this year. That's for fucking sure. I mean, I'm sure we're all feeling a bit the same of just like, Jesus fucking Christ, I am ready for this shit to be over and to hopefully go into a better year next year, even though it's an election year. So
and that's mostly what I think we're going to be doing partly today is recapping just the hard efforts of our government this year, as well as just, you know, trying to have a little bit of fun today, I think, is the main goal. We're just, like I said, I'm just burnt. I just, I don't know how much more I have in me. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
The whole survive till
absolutely.
25 mentality is real.
Yeah, we just got to get to the end of this month. Although we will probably have to start on, I guess, not the greatest start, but obviously
Oh yeah, the
one that's
depressing news.
Yes, I know. We have to do depressing news because unfortunately, I was kind of hoping today we'd have nothing to talk about in terms of that kind of stuff. We could have a bit more of a fun, chill vibe, but then, as I'm sure we
Magenta's the harbinger of death. I didn't have this on, and then I did see that, like, I'd seen it on Reddit and stuff. I think I'd seen the clip the moment it came out, pretty much. And then I was like, and I was like, I don't want to look into that. Nah, I don't want to look any more into this.
Honestly, that is fair enough. That is fair enough.
I was just going to ignore the tragedy. That's not the best way.
Oh, actually, do you want to do this one or go this one first? Well, this is just...
Okay.
The main reason I went to this one, I think I'll start playing it without the audio because, honestly, they don't say a lot. This is the cousin of the guy who disarmed the shooter and then later got shot by one of the other shooters. And so, yeah, this was the little bit of footage here of him just...
Is anyone sure about the timeline of that? Like, did he get shot when he went up and grabbed the guy and had the gun?
No. So there was a second shooter on the bridge. So I think the video, if I keep letting the video play, hopefully it'll... I can't remember. There's a few different angles and I think... No, we'll go to this next one. I can actually just skip through to the... Here, we'll kind of watch the majority of this. I'm going to mute it, though, since we don't really need to hear her. She's just describing what's happening, obviously. He's just tackled him, gotten the gun out of his hand, and is now, aiming it.
He like can't believe it. Like, look at him. He's like,
what the fuck? Like, oh shit. But also he's like acting way too cash.
Well, and here's the thing with this guy, I would be so like, because you see how he's so cute. He's like waving down. He's like, I'm putting down the gun. I'm not that guy. Like,
yeah. Fucking glass, you can't.
But he has to be so careful because he's gonna disarm this guy, but now he's armed, so he has to be like, that would have been the next thing after the adrenaline rush, like, oh shit, now I might get shot by the police. Like, it's not me, I'm not involved.
This now, you see this guy here, that's the second shooter, and he's here on this bridge just further down, which is where that guy was walking to. So he's, the police are currently shooting at him in this exchange here. We just can't see the police.
Now, I've heard it's father and son duo.
It is.
Do we know, is this the father or the son?
I believe this is the son because it was a 24-year-old son and a 50-year-old man. And yeah, that guy looks like the younger one to me personally. So I believe that is the son, yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
And
have
so
to see the
yeah.
other guy again.
We can take it back. I can take it back. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, no, he's holding it. He's
100%.
even like pushing himself against the pole. He's definitely
just
above his 40s.
taking a fucking old man lean, eh? Like, oh fuck, the guy just took me out a little. So I believe it was the son on the bridge who then the bullets hit. Ahmed Al-Ahmed, who is the awesome hero of this and entire thing, really.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking horrible though. So as you can see, it says 16 confirmed dead, and I believe this was 6 hours ago. So I actually realized I haven't double checked what the numbers might be now, because I'm not sure if anything has changed. I know when it first came out, I think I saw numbers of 11 dead, and 40 something injured. And I'm just gonna go to the live RNZ just to have a quick check. Okay, no, so it still looks like as of 5:37. Oh wait, no, there we go. Yeah, it still seems like the numbers look like they've stayed relatively the same. Yeah. So 16 people have died, including a shooter. Don't know if they've actually said which one of them it was. A 10-year-old girl.
Everyone in chat saying dad's dead, so.
Oh, it was dad.
Yeah,
okay.
Son's in hospital.
Oh, interesting. I'm kind of curious what would have happened, or what must have happened between. Oh, shot by cops. That makes sense. But yes, so a 10-year-old girl and a rabbi who served in the community for 18 years were among the dead. One of the alleged gunmen, 50-year-old, is dead. Oh, yeah, there it is. He's dead.
But if the dad's the one that got disarmed, how did he wind up getting shot?
Oh, it would have been the cops just trying to, I guess, get around and get closer to them. I imagine the son would have been trying to, keep fire to protect dad or whatever.
Or maybe just had a blunt force instrument or something, some melee weapon. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine it was a pretty horrible scene. But yeah, 38 confirmed in the hospital with injuries, including 2 police officers with some in critical condition. Although the one real positive side I found is that a GoFundMe was started for him. And oh Jesus, okay, it's gone up since I last put this. Okay. I just opened the tab again. Originally when I found this, they had fundraised $300,000. I've just reloaded it now and it's gone up to $700,000 for Ahmed Al-Ahmed. And that is the man who disarmed the gunman.
Is this just like general money? Or is this like medical?
It was actually just started because they wanted to basically just say thank you to him for, stepping in like that and kind of helping out. That's so yeah, he was a 43-year-old shop owner, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, and it's understood he was shot twice and then rushed to a hospital. And yeah, obviously, they were set up to show Australia's gratitude and support for someone who demonstrated incredible courage when it mattered most. And yeah, when I first read this article, it raised 300,000, which has gone up to 703,000, which is amazing. So Car Hub Australia were actually the ones who established the fund. I don't know. I'm assuming just the people there were like, oh my God, we should do something.
Yeah. Good on them. I mean, I'm just all my head's doing is just thinking they just need to be careful they don't get like the opposite effect intended, which is like suddenly you're gonna get like, but by reinforcing like it's great brave shit he did. but the last thing you want to do is to encourage people to put them in harm's way, to to put themselves in dangerous situations in order to get applauded for doing bravery. That's one just went through my mind for a second there. I was just like,
I don't think you really have to worry about
no,
that so much
I don't
with
think
this.
I do either. But it was just going through my head. I was like, in principle, I'm completely fine with this, but I'm just like, there can always be unintended consequences in this kind of stuff.
Actually, do you know what? My first thought really was that I'm like, oh, I hope this doesn't happen. I was actually more worried that more people are going to be, giving heaps of money to Ahmed, which totally understand, absolutely. But I'm sure there's going to be families and people who will be needing to do GoFundMes because they are going to have funerals to pay for, because they are going to have medical costs that they might have to, who knows what happens to them. Like, they might need...
Just to be clear, I wasn't meaning people going to go like get GoFundMes and stuff. I'm just meaning going after the praise, the heroic praise sort of aspect. Not like, hey, I'm going to try and be a hero to get a GoFundMe. That would be very elaborate.
No, yes. But I totally get what we were with that one. But that was the only thing that I was a little bit worried about, that we, might see that money that might have been able to be given to them won't be there. But at the same time, who knows how he's going to respond to this.
Yeah, and I think we're two peas in a pod in that every time just like something fortunate happens to someone, I'm like, yeah, but who needed it more? That could have been, that kind of thing. That shit goes through my head. Maybe...
Yeah, whereas I'm kind of like, like ultimately, if he does have a lot of medical, bills that do actually need to be there, then that's awesome that he'll have the money there. I'm also sure he's a man who just ran in and tackled a man with a gun. I also wouldn't be surprised if he then donates some of the money that he gets through this to, the families who have been affected. So, while I say that, I'm also just as equally kind of like, oh yeah, absolutely. But seems like the kind of guy who would be a fucking G given what he's done. But yeah, it's really awesome to see so many people actually, giving, and also just the fact that this wasn't the family who started it. This is just a random business that was like, holy shit, we should try to help him out. And I just think that's awesome. So a little bit of sad, but also there's some different positives that have kind of silver linings.
That is the best thing to do while listening to a podcast, by the way, Kiwi Skirt.
Yes.
Cooking food.
Right? Doing any housework chore, in my opinion.
Exactly. But yeah, no, we're going to be talking about this one for a while, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be stuff for us to talk about once we come back. Like, we'll probably have to do a bit of a recap depending on when we come back.
What's going to be interesting, actually, I think, as a result, because there's calls for it already, is the gun reforms that come as a result.
I did see that,
and seeing how they'll compare to ours after all said and done. Especially because we just revoked some of those changes that we did compared to our last massacre.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was just thinking, especially since our government loves to go on and on about wanting to copy Australia.
Yeah, but maybe we'll get on to that hypocrisy in a second, I think. So.
Yeah, we can get annoyed at that stuff later. I guess though, where do we want to go into next? We can move into that. We can move into some Luxon stuff.
Big old B's been stalking me because he knows everything I do, which is walking and cooking. While listening to BHN.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? You want to go in the what?
I was gonna say, where do we want to go now?
Well, we may as well keep.
The fruit shop's been bombed with 5-star reviews. Sorry, that's just
shit. No, that's what we want. Everyone go review his shop. His fruit shop. It just sells fruit.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess maybe it's an Australian thing. You don't see that much around here.
Well, it'll probably have some vegetables as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll do the Luxon stuff, shall we? It's on the same topic, so we may as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll have to line up my timestamp.
Oh, did I tell you? Oh, shit, I tell you too much.
Oh, go on.
Apparently, I told Big Old B exactly what I do. I talk too much. Everyone tell me to shut up,
Yeah, no, well,
please.
she's been in a couple of the VCs when we've just been hanging out in there. I wouldn't be surprised if you just didn't see who was talking to you because obviously
Possibly,
you can't unless you're actually staring at the person's name while they talk.
I'll
it can be
talk
hard to
to
tell.
I'll just talk to anyone, you know. Oh, what was that movie? Was it Memento or something where he's talking on the phone and he doesn't even realize he doesn't know who he's talking to. He's like, "Wait, who are you?"
I don't even
I feel
know
like
if
that's
I've
me
watched that movie.
sometimes. Okay. It's like the first
Mostly
Christopher
just
Nolan film.
not ringing a bell at least, but
Okay.
hey. Anyway, so I don't know what compelled me to, but I decided to watch Breakfast. Like I put it on my phone to watch this
Yeah,
morning.
you do it sometimes.
I was like,
listen.
you know what? I should consume a little mainstream media, to see what's going on in the
How
world.
did it feel?
Oh, it did not feel good, to be honest. If I'm being real, it didn't feel great. So I was watching Breakfast and I was like, oh yeah, well, guess we'll have to.
Why is your window in the stupid aspect ratio? Let me see if I can fix that.
Oh, it's because of the fact that I've just been changing it here and here. I was just playing around with these.
No, like the whole window is in the aspect ratio.
Oh.
It should be 9.
Oh, do
yeah,
you mean
set,
on the stream?
Yeah, but it's set to 1920 by 1080. Oh well.
She'll be right.
Guess we just got this weird framing.
I'll big screen it once we're actually playing it. That was my plan. Now, because I find the computer can be like, otherwise, if we're not actually sharing it, it'll like make it go big different.
Okay.
It's kind of annoying. So that's why I do it that way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that looks much better now. Nice. So
Beautiful.
yeah, basically, I didn't realize, but it turns out Luxon goes on here quite a bit. I really have not been watching Breakfast, but there's just something like in the first bit that he says that just pisses me off, and I want us to hear it.
And because it is your last day here on Breakfast for the year, I wanted to ask you about what your biggest achievement was this year, do you think?
Look, I mean, I think, it's been hard, and given what we've inherited, but I'm really proud of the...
Did you catch it?
No, sorry. I actually just noticed... My ADHD took over. We got someone called Arrogant Wokes to Loser in the chat. And I just wanted to say hi. Hi, Arrogant Wokes to Loser.
Oh, I have not seen this person. Oh,
I don't
I
know.
see.
They actually showing up.
Added them. Yes, I see. What a fun name.
Yeah, just sorry. Reese, where were we?
All right, let's go back. Man, I only played like 10
I'm hosting
seconds.
a show. I can't fucking pay attention. I'm sorry.
Right?
All right, I'm paying attention now.
I don't blame you. It is fucking Christopher Luxons.
I'm not paying attention to the chat. I'm ignoring chat. I'm sorry.
Use your tardingers.
All right, I want to take a look back on the year. It's been a big year, and because it is your last day here on Breakfast for the year, I wanted to ask you about what your biggest achievement was this year, do you think?
Look, I mean, I think, it's been hard, and given what we've inherited, but I'm really...
Did you hear it?
He said it's been hard given what they've inherited.
Yes, he cannot keep using that fucking line. I swear to God.
I mean, he said, I think at the start
of 2025.
I think he said at the start of this year, didn't he say, we own it? I believe that was his words. Look, we own it now. This is on us. Yes.
Did he say here?
Yes, he said, quote, verbatim, we own it.
Yeah, was that this year? I was like,
that was this year, yes.
Man, so he starts the year with we own it, and then ends the year with...
Yeah,
it's
been an uphill battle, man. I mean, we've got fucking nothing, we're borrowing the most out of anyone ever and whatever, whatever, but, it's just so hard. Fuck, I don't know, I don't really care.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just skipping to the next bit anyway.
Oh, okay.
I've got a few little bits for us to
okay, so we're gonna jump around. I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Mostly because we don't need to listen to his rambles.
So we're not gonna give the Prime Minister a fair shake, is that what you're saying?
Fuck no.
Okay.
This guy can suck a dick.
Got some of the best trade negotiators in the world working with us, and so watch this space.
What was your biggest hurdle this year, do you think, that you had to overcome?
Look, I think without doubt, the chaos that ensued with the Trump tariffs was really quite something.
Also, I just realised he didn't give a fucking answer, by the way. Because the question, remember the question, what was the biggest achievement you had? He didn't have a fucking answer. He just, it's all been pretty hard,
Yeah, and then talks about trade.
He couldn't name one. He couldn't name one fucking achievement. That was probably the most damning thing. Was that he completely fucking did a rug pull of that fucking question. Anyway, sorry. Go
Luxon
on.
Rug pull.
Yeah, what was he fucking talking about here? He was talking about...
So now he's asking him about. He was asking him about the biggest challenges.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We saw that in quarter 2, with the Trump
tariffs. That was it.
So he said the hardest challenge, the hardest thing.
Was really quite something. You saw that in quarter 2 with our economy going backwards, and also that just then meant a huge loss of confidence for investors and also for consumers.
So the worst challenge this year, when we've got butter that costs more than $10 a block, and we've got teachers and nurses and all these people who are losing money and jobs, all he cares about is the economy.
Yeah, confidence went down.
And businesses.
Yeah, business confidence. Now the big businesses aren't going to spend as much money.
Just so gross.
Yeah, he doesn't give. Don't fool yourself into thinking he cares about your paycheck. He just cares about his.
My paycheck. You don't call what I get a paycheck.
I mean, your scraps.
Yeah, my leeching off of the government. Yeah, nah.
You're
so
just
true,
a leech.
though.
Why are you just such a scab, Magenta?
I just like sucking. You know what I mean?
I mean, who doesn't though?
It sucks to suck.
It does, but
Got to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And then I believe this is the next one.
Do you have any decisions or anything around legislation that you have regrets over, wish you could have done differently?
So just think.
Oh.
Regrets over legislation.
I don't really live with regrets. Yeah.
So not the legislation that you just put in that you're talking about repealing, for example? Not that one?
Which one? Which one are you referencing?
Well, I'm talking about the regulatory standards. That's the one specifically they were alluding
There's just so
towards.
many things that they fucking... Well, to be fair, I feel like there's multiple things they could be alluding to. I mean,
none have been as direct as like, hey, we might run on getting this revoked. Like they didn't. I don't think they heavily applied that when equal pay stuff. In fact, that the whole thing was, no, you're still getting equal pay. It's more fair now. It's even more fair. We're just making things more fair. That was like their whole talking point at the time. So
yeah, but yes, this is his answer to: do you have any regrets?
That you have regrets over, wish you could have done differently.
I don't really live with regrets. Yeah, to be honest, that might sound.
Hashtag no regrets.
And it's just how I sort of roll going forward. The one thing I think I could have
That's
done.
how he rolls.
That's how he rolls.
Oh shit, guys!
Something he thinks he could have done better.
Okay.
Guys, wait for the most reflective thing that this guy could come up with out of all of the horrible things he's done this year.
Oh my god, this guy
is the worst action he could have taken.
This guy would make a great dominatrix. Like he can blue ball you like nothing else. Those shoots, the green shoots, they're coming.
Yep, and I'm sure there is a very specific niche set of lefties that would be their king.
I mean, it might be. Not me, unfortunately. I wish it was.
We'll see. What we think Christopher Luxons' most horrible action could have been this year?
Okay.
Got a National Lamb Day T-shirt over the top of my suit. That didn't quite take off as a fashionista statement.
No, it didn't, did it? No.
So... he cares more about getting razzed for the fucking t-shirt over the suit than anything else. Fucking literally anything else.
I mean, what about which pin he's got to put on that day? That's a hard decision. Do I wear the silver fern or the national pin?
Which Koru lounge do I sit in?
Exactly.
There's too many of them. Which fancy...
Which mountain am I going to go up and eat a cake with Albanese?
Right.
Which one? Oh, which
Exactly.
helicopter do I pick? I don't know. Should we just take one each?
Pretty much.
No, the hardest
and then
thing
we'll
was getting to the top of that luge and cutting the front of the line of everyone and saying, sorry, I'm the Prime Minister, I need to go first, bye.
Right?
Yep.
So entitled. And then I'm going to skip forward a little bit thing. Also, for some reason, I recorded this on my phone, so
I didn't know you. Yeah. Well, I was a little distracted by that for a second. I was like, "Who is this?
fair.
Is that me?"
It's Te Rōpū Pounamu, the Māori Greens group chat.
Okay.
In
Your
case you're
secret
wondering.
signal group chat.
There's the one we're in with Tanya Waikato. There's a few
Why didn't
of
you
us
invite
in there now,
me?
actually. Because are you a Green Party member?
No.
Well, when you become a Green Party member and
I
sign
can be
up
an
to
ally.
Te Rōpū Pounamu, no, you can't be in the Māori Greens.
No, I
want to
be like Batgirl. Like I want to be like Catwoman or something. You know, like I'm not in the Bat family, but I'm like kind of close. I work with you sometimes. No, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna make you sign up to be a Green Party member next year if it kills me.
Okay, all right. We'll see what happens.
Or as your Christmas present to me, you could sign up to the Green.
Or as a Halloween present, I could sign up for ACT.
I swear to fucking God, if you want to end the podcast, just say.
Although,
like, break up with me instead,
hold
okay?
up,
I'd much prefer that.
Hold up. What if I went on the inside?
Oh,
What if I
usually
did-
that sounds like a good thing, but I don't know. I mean, we could.
You know, what if we did a deep infiltration mission? That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. That feels icky. We'll see. But also, Laura's rubbing it in that she's in the group chat too. There's quite a few of us BHNers in there. So
of course,
all you
you're
gotta
all-
do is become a Māori.
Wait, do you call it secret? My dad calls it secret squirrel. So does my mum. They all call it secret.
secret squirrel.
Why
Have
do
you
they?
never-
Why do they call Signal secret squirrel?
Well, I think in general it's more just because it's a more secretive like form of chat, and also secret squirrel is always that's been a fucking saying for donkeys years.
Yeah, but it's like direct. It's the correlation between the two.
Oh,
I
it'll just be because of the fact that Signal is the most anonymous.
Well, that's debatable.
Wow, at least from a mainstream perspective in terms of
if
using
you
messaging
want more
apps
private, you'd
and
be
all
looking at
that.
something like Session or something like that. But that's a point where even like the inconvenience is too much for me. So it's that's the
Also,
trade-off
this is
with
why your
privacy.
parents say
You've got
secret
two
squirrel.
trade-offs. You got privacy versus convenience. That's pretty much your option. So it's about balancing the two. So.
Pretty much. But yeah,
Yep.
that's what your parents are referring
Yeah, no, I'm well aware what secret squirrel is. I just think it's weird. They both call it secret squirrel.
It's not that weird. It's just
Yeah, I guess it's got an
correlation.
S, but I don't know. Just all right, whatever. Apparently, to everyone, it's so obvious. To me, it's not.
It's alright. You're special. You don't need to.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
fair.
let's go back to listening to the human thumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is funny. This is where the presenter, I don't know his name, really tries to give Luxon a chance to redeem himself after that terrible response to the first question of, what do you regret legislation wise? This is him giving him a second chance.
Out the healthcare system.
What about something like Treaty Principles Bill that I know you only supported to the first reading? Do you regret how that manifested a reaction in people around the country?
Yeah, look, clearly unhelpful, but put tensions into New Zealand that we didn't.
Unhelpful?
But again,
That is the most particular choosing of words, because that describes his position, not only the people's. That's fuck you. That is the worst way to show fucking compassion and fucking solidarity with your fellow citizens, to say, well, that was unhelpful. Fuck you. Fuck you. The entire thing was unhelpful. Why do you think people walked across the entire fucking country? Because it wasn't helpful and you were helping no one. You're
Pop off.
fuck me. Oh my God. You know what? That's how we can describe his entire fucking government. It's unhelpful. Fuck it. That's your one-word descriptor.
I know, right? Like, you really tried to throw him a fucking bone. And bro just goes, oh yeah, that was unhelpful the way everyone else responded. It's not like it had anything to do with my decisions and what I allow. Just,
if you guys just all rolled over and died, it'd just be so much easier to crush your liberties. Fuck. Why do you resist? It's like the Borg. Resistance is futile. Fucking.
That's a Star Trek thing, eh?
Yeah, it's a Star Trek thing.
Cool, I thought so.
It's the hive mind that steals your humanity and basically tells you to not even bother resisting.
Right. Now I just remembered the Orville equivalent and we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I know. I watched the fucking Orville because Star Trek I can't do
I
it.
should watch the Orville, then I can translate.
It's so fucking good.
No, I'm not saying it's going to be good, just so I can translate Star Trek stuff into Orville.
Wow.
Hey, I didn't say it wasn't going to be good.
You know what? I hope that you fucking love it. just because you said that.
You know what's I hope it's not mediocre. That's the worst thing it could be.
Nah, it's pretty good. Like, especially once you get into the second, third, and fourth season, shit gets really good. I can't remember if he says anything of note after this. I'll let it play for a few seconds to see.
Consequence of MMP and coalitions and having to be forming.
Oh, that was the bit. I think you started foo-fooing just as the sentence started. That's right. Hey, I'm here for the foo-foo. That was great. I loved that. I wasn't expecting it.
But again, a consequence of MMP and coalitions and having to be forming coalition governments. And, you know, MMP is a system that New Zealanders, rightly or wrongly, have chosen many, many times. Our job is to make it work. And while we're united at the core, there will be things that parties and coalitions, our government, but also any future governments, will differ around.
So he's clearly, the way he then tries to be like, see, this is narcissistic boyfriend 101.
His face right now sums up my
smug bitch
feelings. No, it's more like.
Oh, he looks like a smug bitch to me.
Yeah, I guess. Did you just say that? Like, what the fuck? Did he just say that we chose MMP multiple times? I'm pretty sure he said that. I think
whether we rightly or wrongly chose very specifically as well. I like that kind of inference of like, you made this decision.
Don't you wish? Oh my god, is that his entire point? Like he's trying to do MMP shittily, and he's like, don't you wish you had first past the post now, guys? No, we don't.
Funnily enough, I have seen some people actually say they want first past the post back. But I'm sure that's for other reasons.
Well, there's an asterisk on that. We do technically still have first past the post. It's just it's our local elections, not the government ones. Which I was thinking about this during local elections, but we should at least try to mix those to like ranked choice voting or something like that. We
do in Wellington, so every place is different.
Yeah, I know, but we should mandate it. So
if we should be like Wellington, that's what you should be saying.
Yeah, true. We should be
mostly
like
just because like everyone keeps going, oh, the people at Wellington, referencing politicians. It's like, hey, don't lump the whole of Wellington in with those motherfuckers. They don't represent all of us, okay? But yeah, just the smug way he's trying to be like, well, we're in an MMP environment, which meant I had to do that. And, you know, the unhelpful way that you all, you know, responded to it, despite the fact that you chose MMP.
Yeah,
like,
and that's every time we get something we don't like that wasn't directly his choice. He just says it's MMP's fault. But I would say you suck at MMP. How about that? Well, because a part of MMP is negotiation, you know, wheeling and dealing. You can get further in MMP than you could probably most other political systems if the more cunning you are, I would say. That's literally how Winston Peters has survived. Like, I'm not. Yeah, if you can be
Yeah.
like that kind of like you can make MMP work for you. If you just know how to be a politician, if you know how to cut deals, you can actually get shit done. You can get it in your favor, and you can be someone as insignificant as Winston Peters and get pretty much all this shit across the line. You know, like at the end of the day, and he's like our most successful politician ever.
Yep, pretty
Perhaps.
much. And Winnie has really been playing the game. Though, to be fair, that motherfucker's been playing the game for most of our lives.
For God.
The free school.
Sorry, didn't mean to press play. I was just trying to find my timestamp. Because now we are going into... Oh, actually... Oh, yeah, we can. So basically, it turns out I think Massey University are doing basically quotes from the year. And obviously
Like
Luxon's...
political quotes?
Yeah. So Luxon's quote is one of the... We'll just play it from here because you'll hear them. But there's something he says after it, basically his response that I found really fucking interesting and quite frankly disgusting.
About the free school lunch program.
If you really are unhappy with it, for God's sake, go make a Marmite sandwich and put an apple in a bag just like you and I had.
So that one took off, and then there was another quote courtesy of Winston Peters after he sacked Phil Goff as High Commissioner in the UK without consulting you.
Look, this is not juvenile time. I know he's the Prime Minister. I made him the Prime Minister.
Winner of Quote of the Year will be announced later this week. Which one of those is better? Do you think it has a chance?
Well, I think I like my own quote. As I said at the time, I made him Foreign Minister, so I think we're equal there. But
So, first of all, he likes his quote and he stands by it.
I like my own quote.
Right? Like, we get it. You voted for yourself in the 2023 election. Like, we get it.
Yep.
Right in your own gear there, a bit much there, mate. But then it's what he says after it that I found kind of like, okay.
I'd just say, I think actually Nicola Willis had quite a good quote that I think's in that final set, talking about you don't need to don nappies and wear a priest's outfit to come and get an appointment with her office and chain yourself to the office. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Shady little bitch. Shady little bitch.
Wait, who said that? Willis, was it? Nicola Willis?
So that was Nicola Willis referencing the priests that chained themselves together in protest outside of her electorate office.
I don't remember them wearing nappies, though.
I could imagine maybe one of them
Maybe they did.
Chuck a good old Depends on, you know.
They might have. I'm not saying they didn't, but I don't remember that as being a featured part of the story.
I'm going to assume based on the fact that it was mentioned and referenced, it must have been. Like, I don't personally remember seeing that in any of the stuff we covered, but...
I mean...
Sounds legit.
It just as likely could have just been some right-wing Facebook bullshit as well, so you never fucking know.
But it just seems so unnecessary to just take a jab at those priests and taking then a jab at anyone who is pro-Palestine because that's what they were protesting for. Like, which I just don't like how scummy and gross everything he says and does feels. And I also just found it, and I think one of the things I kind of noted down as I was going through and time stamping some of the stuff today is just, I feel like Luxon uses MMP like it's fucking flex tape, like as if you could just slap it on anything and it would fix it all. Like, you can't just keep saying MMP this, MMP that.
Yeah, like, he can, because a lot of people don't know how it works. And they will just sit there and be like, oh, I guess it is complicated, and just accept what he says. Just go, I don't know, I guess it's more complicated than I think. These politicians know what they're talking about. So
yeah,
it probably works more often than you think. I think that's why he sticks to the line, because it's, out of everything he says, at least it's the most vague, I suppose. So it's like... I don't know.
Yeah, I also think, like, kind of in the vein of what you're saying, it is something that he's clearly seems to try to use as if to discredit people and to kind of minimize, but also kind of treat people who have been, you know, speaking out again about Palestine as if they aren't smart, and so because they're not smart, why should we listen to them? You know, they're stupid.
Yeah, it's like if you're talking about like GDP or inflation rates, right? Like let's say we're talking to Craig Rennie. We're interviewing Craig Rennie. So what do you think about this and the inflation rate? And it's just like, well, that's just a result of post-Keynesian economics. And you're like, okay. What does that mean?
Yeah, cool. We get it. You know big fancy words. Like,
exactly.
Get to the fucking point, mate.
I guess that's just the result of the animal spirits, you know?
Right,
It's just saying some kind of buzzword that makes him sound smart from his field, and which the people who are smart enough to know about it can call him out, but the people who aren't necessarily not smart, but like don't understand what it even means.
Don't have
just
that
like,
kind of knowledge.
I guess he's talking about something I just have no clue about.
Yeah. Nah, probably not wrong. And then I think there's just one tiny little bit here now that I think I just wanted to finish with.
Someone looks sweaty. I don't think it's you, Magenta, so it's either me or him.
No, it's him. It's him 100%.
I mean, I'm.
It was great. Can I say thank you and to all the viewers? Can I just say, I hope everyone genuinely gets a chance.
No. We look forward to seeing you next year for what will be a big one.
Just hopefully get in the t-shirt and shorts and hang out with family and kids' friends and a bit of time at the beach and hopefully maybe a spot of fishing would be great.
Well, we look forward to seeing you next year for what will be a big one. Thank you, Prime Minister, for joining us every Monday this year.
It's going to be a big one.
But did you notice that? He mentioned, thank you for being here every Monday.
Oh, yeah.
The year. Yet this motherfucker can't go in Q&A or Aotearoa with Moana or any of these. Like, come on.
Well, he usually calls, so it's not always he's in studio. He's calling in at least to.
He shows up and has interviews. Is my point. The fact that he talks to breakfast, and I mean, it makes sense. It's a very light, airy fairy. They clearly fucking give him an easy time.
Well, I believe both him and Hosking, like they're both early morning, I believe. The time slot they're in, which less people listen to. So that's another thing. It's
also, well, I wouldn't just say less people, but more people who listen to that time slot are the ones who listen to, talkback radio, are generally the ones who often, unfortunately, vote more.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Well, I mean, when it comes to old people and people
it sounds like a fair inference.
Probably,
but I don't know, maybe.
But then you know what I just realized? I was like thinking about, my comment of being like, he only goes on breakfast because, they go easy on him and all of that. But there was actually some news that I also heard today. I don't know if you've heard.
Was it that next year is going to be big?
It was that Tova O'Brien is joining breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and we obviously know Tova O'Brien is known for her gotcha journalism and really pushing people. So it'll be interesting to see if that has any influence on how he comes on the show, maybe?
Does it say who's going to be the co-host with her?
Oh, let me have a look. I haven't actually read it properly. Chris Chang.
Replacing Jenny May. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it's the guy we just saw, which is Chris Chang.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yes, that makes sense that she's replacing Jenny May. But who knows? It'll be interesting to see how it goes. But
oh my god, he kind of looks like a skinny Simeon Brown.
Yeah, with a little more of a tan.
Yeah,
as well. Not as goblin-y looking.
Definitely not as goblin-y looking.
This bro's clearly had some sunlight.
Gets out in the sun.
Not pale like you.
No. Hey, I got out in the sun. It was Christmas party last weekend.
Hell yeah. Hopefully you didn't get sunburned.
No, I didn't like last year, and I still
that's
do.
Good.
Yeah, I still do have the tan lines from my shoulder blades from last year too.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, they're still there.
Jesus.
Yep.
Okay, well that's my Luxon interview. Do we want to go on to your one?
I suppose so.
A lot of Luxon. Sorry, Fana.
Yeah, a lot of Luxon.
We've got other people coming, I promise.
Well, it's the man steering the country, and you barely hear or see him. So
steering, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably a bit of a.
Well, I think that was his analogy that he first used, was like turning the boat around or what the fuck ever. He also used the tracks as well, getting back on track.
Oh yes, that
He used
good
a train
old line.
and a boat analogy.
And you just want me to play it from the beginning?
Yeah,
One
just
time?
play it from the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing should be good.
Sweet, let's go.
After 2 years as Prime Minister.
Oh, sorry, just that
That's
face.
right.
Also, this face, that's much worse. But also, I'm going to print screen that so I can turn it into a meme later.
Yep. This is okay. So this is all just a recap, sort of going through. There was a longer form one, but I didn't want to pull it. I thought this one was better. Nice condensed.
I think 2.5 is a good kind of highlight thing.
So
But
let's
yes, I'll let
see
it play.
what the Prime Minister's done this year. Let's see.
What has he done?
After 2 years as Prime Minister.
Feel free to prepare a Marmite sandwich and an apple for lunch.
Christopher Luxon has felt the highs.
It's he's high-fiving the kids.
And the lows of political office.
Prime Minister Christopher Luxon.
What would you say you're proud of in terms of the work that you've been doing or the growth that you've experienced?
Yeah, look, I think, for me personally, one of the big highlights is actually raising New Zealand's relevance internationally. I know that...
Raising our relevance.
What the fuck?
I love... You've been asked this twice from two fucking different people, and the closest you got to an answer was, what I'm proud about doing so far is I've raised our relevance. We're now more relevant.
How? How did he... How the fuck have we gone from being world fucking leaders in smoke-free, in climate, in fucking pandemic response? And it... Oh, I need to let this man finish.
No, that's relevant in humanitarian circles. We're talking about relevancy to this tobacco lobby. Yeah, and fascism, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's relevant because now Trump likes us, I guess.
Yeah, we're relevant to Trump.
We've got friends on both sides when it comes to Israel and Palestine. Fuck, we're on, Fano. Ugh. Disgusting. Man, I didn't even make it 27 seconds in again before I fucking... Okay, let's try to get through at least a minute before I scream.
The blob must speak.
Trade is really important.
Prime Minister of New Zealand.
From schmoozing up to India for a free trade deal to smoothing over trade...
No! It took me like 3 seconds.
He's on pat in the back terms with Xi Jinping. You see that? He's patting him on the back. He must have got a good deal.
Modi.
Yeah. I loved how unsure he was too. He sort of like he sort of stopped mid prayer, like mid kneel, and then he's like, wait for Modi, wait for Modi.
Oh, shit. All right, let me try get a few more seconds in.
Trade tensions with the US. Luxon's maintained a busy international schedule.
Also, I'm sorry, I had to do it again. Why does Trump make him look like Simeon Brownhigh? He looks so tiny.
Yeah, well, Trump must be tall. I
have actually heard. I think I googled it not too long ago, and actually, he is weirdly tall.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard anything about Luxon being short, so he must be around average height, I guess.
Yeah. So, apparently he's 6'3". Listed as 6'3". No, that can't
Trump?
be right.
No.
6'2". Okay, claims are closer to 6'2".
I've heard there's a rule like you take like 2 inches off or something for celebrities because they usually put their height plus 2 inches. That's what I've heard, something like that.
Oh, not just celebrities, like most men on fucking dating
Why
apps.
does everyone give so much of a shit about their fucking height?
Because people have been weirdly socialized to think that they should A, be in a fucking heterosexual relationship, and B, that their heterosexual relationship should have a tall man and small woman.
Hold up. I don't think we're on the same... I didn't get my memo about the gay agenda. Wait, so we're saying they've been brainwashed to be hetero? Is that what the new line we're going with?
So have you ever heard of compulsory heteronormativity? Yes, it's the fact that our society runs.
Okay, sorry. No one gave me the memo. Okay.
Sorry. You're too busy being gay and causing floods and earthquakes and shit.
That's true. I did do that. Every time I have sex, I'm like, man, I hope this fucking destroys a civilization.
You know what? I love that for you, and I hope that is how you feel. Fuck. Okay, let's try and get another.
The Nile Delta is opening. Make way.
All right, let's try to get through this shit.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's not your fault.
Schedule.
I felt that New Zealand's relevance around the world and actually our influence in the world was somewhat diminished.
Back home, he says getting the economy headed in the right direction has been the government's biggest achievement.
I think the work that we've done on getting rid of wasteful spending that then has brought inflation down and brought interest rates down.
But that work hasn't been without sacrifice, as thousands found themselves unemployed.
There are a number of people, they have lost their jobs this year. How heavily does that weigh on your mind as Prime Minister?
It actually weighs really heavily, big time, really big time. It's actually a big motivation for why I came to politics. You can see
big time
what happens
heavy.
if you don't run an economy well.
What?
The people that hurt.
What? What do you mean? Motivation is people. What?
Yeah, did you not know there was a reason he came into politics? He saw all the people on the streets hungry and starving and without shelter and homes, and he said, "Someone's got to fucking fix this. Someone needs to hold these people accountable."
My brain just heard he got into politics to make people go jobless and homeless. What the fuck? That's psychopaths. Okay, we're like a minute 20 in. Let's keep going.
The most are low and middle income working New Zealanders.
Housing and homelessness has also been a major issue.
How many houses has your government built this year?
I can't tell you off the top of my head, but
because we haven't fucking built any.
It's big though. It's huge. It's a big amount. It's the biggest amount, but I just don't know the amount it is. But it's better than it should have been. It's better than Labour was going to do. Labour was going to do a horrible amount.
We made it a whole 10 seconds. Let's see how much further we can get.
what I can say to you is the record on housing is actually very impressive.
If it's impressive, shouldn't you know
Well,
how many
let me step you through it. You can't have house prices going up 30%.
Yeah, no, how can you say that? You cannot make that as a statement if you don't have the fucking figures. You're just making shit up. You're just fucking lying. Fuck me. Jesus. What was he saying? 30% or what? 30%? What did he say? Building 30% of houses?
Nuts.
Go back?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck?
We'll go back.
Let's just spin this.
Prices going up 30% in a single year.
House prices going up. So, see, again, economic fucking value. All this man cares about.
We cannot have house prices going up 30% every year.
Oh, this is why we can't have nice things. We made it another 10 seconds.
And that's why. So wait. So he's not building. So is he now trying to imply he's not building houses because he doesn't want house prices to go up?
Well,
like that
no,
seems
I
to be
think-
what he's saying now. Is he hasn't built houses, and this is why.
I think he's more trying to say that I do know some figures, and these are the ones I actually can technically remember.
But
because
you're being asked about how many houses you build, and you're saying you build a fuck ton of houses. You can't say how many, and she says, "Well, shouldn't you know that?" And you say, "Well, we couldn't do the opposite, which would have we couldn't actually build them, which would put inflation up." This fucking conversation is just a fucking fever dream. I don't understand what's going on right now. Keep going.
Absolutely.
Just keep going. Get through it.
Which they were doing under Labour. That's unsustainable. We're also in a situation, if you remember 2 years ago, where rents were up $180 a week.
How much are those numbers going up under your government?
It's down, last time I looked at it, it was down like $5 or $10.
National.
Yay!
What?
I've saved you about $10.
We got like 20 seconds further in, but you're what? Who the fuck's actually had their rent go down $5-10?
Mine hasn't gone down. Stayed the same.
Mine hasn't gone down either.
No, in fact, the property manager was going, "I'm going to ask the landlord, to try and get the landlord to not raise the rent." I said to her, I was just like, "Yeah, that would be wise," because tell you what, if it's going up, I'm not sticking around.
Right.
So,
but also,
yeah, $10 off rent.
Woo. That $10 you got off rent that then just got eaten up by everything else that he's made more expensive.
Hey, remember like the $20 you got off tax every week as well? Remember that? They did the whole big tax refund day. Remember that event? That was great. That was a hit.
How many people actually got the $20 again? I don't think it was fuck all.
I think I got like $2.50 or some shit.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have it. They would buy you one loaf of bread, and the cheapest kind too. You might even have 50 cents left over if you're lucky.
Yeah, buys
Not
me
that you
half
can
a milk.
You can't even buy. Oh yeah, I don't know how much the price of milk is anymore. I drink oat milk.
No.
My milk's always been expensive. All right, let's see how much further we can get through. All right, we're at 1 minute 54. Let's see how we do. We only got like 60 seconds left.
Election fortunes are expected to be tied to the economy. And as for when next year's vote will be...
Yeah, look, I think I'll come out and announce that in the new year as well. And the reason is because I actually think, it actually does give people quite good clarity as to what is happening. It gives everyone certainty.
Also in the new year, the Prime Minister will decide whether or not he heads to Waitangi for the annual commemorations.
Sometimes I feel Waitangi and all the drama and the soap opera that goes with it, is counterproductive to what we're...
This bitch.
Keep playing. Oh my god, that her face is perfect though. Her face is perfect.
I
right
feel
now.
Mikey right now. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back 5 seconds and let him finish.
I want to hear all he has to say. I think it's gonna be a zinger.
All right.
With it, is counterproductive to what we're trying to do as a country.
In the meantime, there's more important decisions.
Favorite Christmas dish?
No, that was pretty much it. All right, that was. Do you know what the fucking part of the fucking point is of Waitangi, you knob? You've identified a not problem. You've identified a feature.
Yeah. You've also then basically phrased it as if it is something negative, that there is able to be discourse. It's not drama.
I don't like being held accountable for my actions. I don't like that. I don't like showing up somewhere and people don't like me because I've fucked them over. Nah, let's not do that,
I don't like going somewhere where people have equal rights to actually voice how they fucking feel.
It's a bit of a hostile crowd up there, They just don't seem to like me.
I fucking wonder why. Fuck. And this is what frustrates me too. It's like the same way that we had fucking Jerry Brownlee announced last week after there was, I believe, someone spoke out from the gallery. I believe it was a pro-Palestinian thing, and then Jerry went, no one else is allowed to come in now for the rest of the year. Where no visitors are allowed to come in now, just because he doesn't like the things. If we had a country that was built the way it was supposed to be built, this would be in a tikanga based model. You would have space where people can actually go, hey, I don't like this ain't cool, and you're talking fucking shit, and I'm calling you out on that.
No, we don't need that in our democracy. It's very unhelpful. It's very unhelpful.
Reduce it down to, and that's another thing, is this is just another dog whistle as well. All these things that, only ever get said about people of color and indigenous cultures, fuck you, you piece of shit. If it wasn't for Māori, none of us would fucking be here. And quite frankly, I hope when he loses, he goes back to America. Because I don't know why the fuck he came back.
I also hope he doesn't get a single international interview.
Oh, I hope not a single fucking person in America recognizes him the same way they recognize Jacinda.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So, because you got him saying, I've raised the relevancy of New Zealand, right? But, so you got Jacinda going around fucking Jon Stewart and all that shit, but what's this guy on? Where have you showed up, Mr. Luxon? Where's your relevance being shown? I want to know, because I'm not seeing it.
Also, I found it, Nemesis, clarity, question mark. What was he trying to imply that, so cool, you're going to announce when the election is so that people like you a little more because you've given them more time to start to like you? I just think that, if he thinks that's going to work, he really does underestimate us and really does think we're that fucking gullible and that fucking stupid. Because I swear to God, none of us should forget any of this. And that's why next year I don't even really care about electioneering as much myself. I just want to make sure that nobody forgets what the fuck these guys have done.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out what tack they're going to go with next year. Are they just going to go with the pretending everything's fine and telling everyone how everything's fine sort of strategy, or are they going to go the we still need a bit longer to fix things, Labour fucked it that bad kind of strategy? I don't know. I don't know what they're going to go for. I feel like it's got to be... I think they're trending towards the everything's fine category is what I'm sort of hearing in tone. Because no one's raising alarm bells. I think if they were going to go into next year going, Labour fucked us so bad, we need another year to fix the economy. It's been that bad. I think if they were doing that, they'd be spelling doom right now. But he's clearly trying to paint everything as being like, no, everything's looking great, you know? Everything's looking good. So I think next year is just going to be the most active denial year of just like everything's great, everything's going great, just while everything's just not doing great, you know. So
oh fuck yeah! I mean,
watch unemployment probably just either stagnate or keep going up. I would say it won't be going down, and all those other figures will probably just more or less stay the same as well. But they'll just sit there, probably pointing at the GDP, which probably will go up. Yeah. But GDP is not everything, so that's part of the problem with pointing at GDP. Yeah.
And that's why I'm just, I know we really have to just make sure that basically the messaging from, you know, our side, quote unquote, needs to be pretty fucking tight, pretty on point, and I guess just get to the main things that are important. Because I'm just like, we can't keep doing this.
Here's something. Can we sell his last year better than he did?
What do you mean? Like,
I don't know. Like, what if you were him? What would you say is your greatest accomplishment of last year or something like that, or since you've been in office?
I mean, he'd literally just be. I mean, he could have pointed to, what's that story we covered about meth?
It just shows how bad a fucking politician he is, because there's so many ways he could have painted that. Well, he could have sat there and said, we've passed the most bills or things of legislation since in any government in this period of time since I've come in office, something like that, like which I'm sure is probably true. He just needs a number like that off the top of his head. He could say something like, we've upped the military by $3 billion and we've promised that we're committed to that for the next 3 years, yada yada. You know,
I don't think that would work with New Zealanders though. That's the problem.
I mean, maybe not. It would definitely work with an audience, but I'm not saying he should just
be a pretty small audience.
I'm not saying he should just rest on that one thing, but get a couple of those just to fucking chuck out there when people are questioning you like this. But he has nothing. He's nothing. He's got nothing.
Well, I think part of the problem is like because they're coming from the right-wing playbook, that doesn't fly the same way in New Zealand as it does everywhere else. A good portion of it does work, but there's also certain areas where it's like Kiwis don't care about the military. They do care about economy, obviously.
Yeah, but that's not really what he's trying to do, is tell people what they care about. He's just trying to tell people like what he's accomplished, what he's proud of, and that's why you start shooting that stuff out there. Even if it's something that people might not care about, like, oh no, we got a new helicopter this year. That's you say that. You say, this is what I've done. This is what I've done for you, and this is one of the many, many things. And you just keep listing off shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, don't mind me. I'm also just, it's. I don't need the sound to be playing, but I think we'll all understand why I'm putting this out.
Everything is okay in Ba Sing Se.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se, and that's the kind. I do think that'll be the energy that he takes next year. Of a bit of a. Everything's good. Things are still going all right. The gaslighting's just going to get worse, unfortunately.
He could have said, I brought in a third competitor into the supermarket.
He could talk about IKEA.
You know, he could talk about IKEA. Exactly. All those things that he does and he posts on his... IKEA. Like, literally, all those little things. But that's all he has to do is have, like, 4 or 5 of those in the back of his head. He can list them off. when someone's like, what are some things you're proud of this year? He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. If he did, he'd have anything like that in the back of his head, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's just happy to sit there, take the paycheck, and just do whatever is fucking... I don't know who's actually pulling the strings at this point, because I'm not convinced this man's fucking leading anything. He's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm the yes man. Not. So who the fuck's running our country? I don't fucking know. Atlas. It's whoever tells him what to do. I don't think it's Atlas, but it's someone, and they're rich.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that ACT have way too much of a say.
Yeah, ACT. Atlas have influence over ACT, absolutely, but I'm not 100% sure if they've got a stranglehold over National. I think that'd be more like conventional banks and stuff.
I mean, how can you say that they don't when he's literally gone ahead with everything the ACT Party have wanted, despite how badly it ends for him?
It's just because he's dumb.
Well, the thing is, he could easily have not done some of the things that he promised in his coalition promise.
Hobson's Pledge, yeah, that's a good one.
Another Atlas network.
I mean, they're more close affiliates. They're not listed partners. They never have been, but very close affiliates.
Yeah, they only list some of their partners.
Yeah, well, they don't list any.
Right? Yeah,
they used to list them.
List thousands of dollars of IKEA gear he bought. That could have been. He could have talked about all the great things he bought.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He
IKEA.
He could have told us now, because he couldn't tell us the other day. He's like, this is a secret. I got to do a gift swap. He could have told us now.
Right.
This man won't even tell us.
They brought the housing wait list down. Technically, we don't know where they put them, but we do know they got those lists down.
Yeah, and don't forget, next year economy's going to be doing great, actually, because remember what Craig said this year. They couldn't have done any worse. So next year, economy's going to be great because it's going up now.
It's just ridiculous.
All right.
But anyway, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck this dude. Let's move on.
We can move on to the next one I have, which is actually from I was watching Kiwi Pulse during all of the since they were doing urgency and stuff like that and staying super fucking late. And I just happened to end up listening to this this speech by Helen White, and man, I kind of liked, like, I don't know everything about what she's done so far, I don't know much about her, but this little bit that I saw of her, she seems pretty fucking cool. So we're gonna watch most of this, but basically the backstory part to this is just they're on the second reading of the Electoral Amendment Bill, and she's from Auckland. I cannot remember exactly which area in Auckland off the top of my head, but this is her talking about how she feels about the basically the Voter Supression Bill.
People had the right to vote. But if this time a whole lot of people in various areas of Mount Albert lose their right to vote, I will not be a happy woman if I lose as a result, because I do not believe that is democracy. That would not be a democratic outcome, and it would be highly unjust to those people, because 231,000 people could lose their vote. We know that. And it is not acceptable, Carl Bates, for you to tell others what they are to do and to be that judgmental of them. That is a very important thing for us to do, to be as little judgmental as we can in this situation. So I would like people to think really clearly about the consequences of what they're doing tonight, because it is a very cynical move, and you are playing with fire when you do this. Absolutely playing with fire. Democracy's on a brink in this world at the moment. This is the last thing that the New Zealand Parliament, which I am so proud of, should be doing tonight.
Unless you see Penny running through.
Yeah. That was, honestly, I was just like, chills.
Yeah, cow pie.
Chills. When she was just so onto it. And
apparently
also
she had more people to say it to.
Right. That is the frustrating thing, is that when you have these, you tend to only have like a little skeleton crew of actual MPs.
Well, because it depends on the time and the bill and all these different, what stage the bill's at and that kind of thing. But, you know, for something so important, you wish there were more people there, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just glad that there were people there like her who were actually being like, you know, this is fucked. Like, you know, she talked about a little bit before that. She basically talked about the fact that she did a lot of door knocking. Obviously, that didn't always work because people that once were in places, you know, they move because poor people move a lot. And so she was also talking about how, like, you know, doing those last minute door knocking to try and get people to just actually vote, so then, you know, they can go in and either sign up on the day or whatever. She won by 18 votes.
Oh, shit.
In her area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she credits all of it down to that door knocking.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's why she was like, I would not be a happy woman. I loved the way she was fucking laying it down. Like, and you, sir. I love she names. She's like,
yeah. And call people out by their name. Absolutely.
Right. It was great energy. And honestly, it was kind of a nice little thing to, I guess, be listening to, since I don't always listen to Parliament TV. But no, it was just
you want to fall asleep.
Yeah, it was just a stellar one that I thought might be a fun little kind of positive one to nosy at before the end of the year. And I believe that is it for the big stories. And I've got a couple of quickfire headlines notes that we can jump into.
Sure.
And I've also got one positive news because I did my best. I tried to find something positive. And I did manage to do it. So, yeah. So obviously this year, one of the big things that I have talked about a lot and has been quite I don't know why I'm so focused on this, but the firefighters and the underinvestment that has been put into them.
That's like your highlight of the year. It's just everything to do with fins, I swear to God.
I don't know why. I'm just like, I think it's just because it just seems insane to me that something that, like, especially, you know, a government that's supposed to be all fucking about business and all of that, businesses end up on fire.
Yeah.
Then they need...
It's more obvious than anything.
Literally.
Like, you know, even like as fucked up as it would be, you could make excuses for like, hey, not as many people need rescuing from their homes, or there's not as much crime, so we can lower the police or the ambulance services, right? But no matter what, there's always fires. There's always fires. There's nothing to do with people.
And especially, like, we know that climate is affecting and then making these more frequent. And so when I saw today that there was a forest fire near Whanganui that was spreading to more than 100 acres, I was just like, okay, cool. This is a little quick one to just be like, guys.
It's like one of the few guaranteed things on this planet is there will be a fire.
Exactly, because the sun can be a fickle bitch.
Yeah.
And also people are terrible and they allow fires in places they shouldn't. So just
and it's
a
our first
reminder.
love at the end of the day. As a species, it was our first love.
Maybe that's why I'm obsessed with firefighters. I do love fire.
You love fire.
Have you never just sat there and just fucking dissociated into watching fire?
No, I absolutely have. You know, I was in scouts. I went camping all the time. You know, that's what you do quite often. Sit around the fire.
In a fireplace with the glass door.
No, the amount of times we just sit there and you just be staring at the fire because it's literally pitch black around you, nothing else, and there's just a fire. So, you know.
Also, I realized none of these quickfire ones are happy. Oh, man.
Good
thing I got a happy one lined up. Right. So the next one I thought I'd just actually, especially because...
See you, by the way, Kiwi Skirt. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Ka kite, Kiwi. So obviously next year we're going to be in voting and electioneering, and I think after reading this headline of nearly 5,000 children with rotten teeth waiting in pain for surgery, I would like to remind people that in the Greens alternative budget, my other favorite thing this year, they have dental for all, something that we could have. Because it seems that the people on the dental surgery wait list has increased over 900 children in 2 years. And then they said here, if we go back to 1990, it was about 1 per 1,000. At the end of 2019, it was about 4 per 1,000. So
quadrupled.
Fourfold increase in 30-year period, our entire life, pretty much.
Yep.
Which is,
that about correlates with me and my activity of going to the dentist, which it started off probably multiple times a year when I was a very, very young kid, and I was going to like the free dental college, doing all that stuff with the school. Then later on, it probably became annually. Then it became sort of every year or so, and now it's like it's been at least it's been at least 5 years since I've been to the dentist.
So you've been to the dentist at least once since you no longer qualified for the free dental?
At least, yes.
At least one whole time.
At least one whole time. So.
And that was like what, 12 years ago? And so that was just kind of another thing that I thought I just would have a quick nod to. And then the final thing that I wanted to have a nod to that I fucking hate is I read today that a sex offender was handed a 5-year supervision order by the High Court.
Why is the Joker on here?
Unfortunately, I can tell you why, but I just want us to make sure that if anyone sees this man called Nathaniel James Mahoney, tell everyone you know to stay the fuck away from him.
Oh, this man walking around.
Yeah, so he was sentenced to jail 10 years ago for sexual and physical violence charges against 4 different women, and this spanned multiple years. This, if you don't want to hear this, I'll be talking about it for maybe the next 30 seconds. Basically, he assaulted someone after meeting her at Armageddon while he was dressed as the Joker. They went back to her house and he violated her twice. He also then did the same to another woman, as well as some inappropriate behavior. This piece of shit's out. They originally were gonna give him 10 years supervision, but for some reason they decided to give he's the one that said that he should only get 5 years, and for some fucking reason they decided to go, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, because they originally said that he should have 10 years supervision because he's still high risk, and because of the fact that even up until I think last year, he was still vehemently going by the line of all of those were consensual.
So he shows no remorse.
No. And he's apparently got some big preference for BDSM, and he's clearly fucking just synonymized that with it doesn't matter if people are into it. Yeah,
he hasn't learned the first most important thing about BDSM, which is consent.
Yeah, literally. It's like the first step. And so I just wanted to make sure that people were aware this piece of shit is on the loose and out there. And if anyone sees this man, tell them to stay the fuck away.
In fact, BDSM, unlike most typical, so those who aren't in the world, in the know, it's more consensual than most typical forms of sex.
Oh yeah,
you need to be very clear that about what people are consenting to. So.
That's the thing is, because it does blur those lines, you have to have very firm and communicated boundaries. That's why it is such a big thing.
Yeah, well, I want to clear that up for people who might disassociate those two things. It's actually the opposite, where that community is very serious about consent.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm with Laura on this one. I mean, the hair gives it away.
I mean,
low-key does, and I hate that you're right. Yeah, that bro doesn't look like he showers ever.
Oh no, he's just.
Yeah.
I can smell him. I'll put it that way.
Literally. But yeah, that's...
Group calls for second Zealandia. I'm liking this one.
Yes, this is our positive news story.
Okay.
So, I just happened across this today. And so basically, we don't need to go off the beginning of this thing, because he's basically talking about how a group of them went out to Zealandia, and when they were looking around, they were like, well, why can't we have something like this in Porirua? And so they went back and they wanted to kind of do something in their own community. So they created an action group, Ngāhere Korowai, and they are measuring clarity at the pond with Mountain to Sea, Wellington, and Porirua City. And they've just basically started kind of doing these things where they basically want to try to get these areas up to, you know, better water levels and that, so that they can create, you know, their own Zealandia nature reserve in Porirua. And I believe...
I really hope none of this robs any businesses of their profits, though.
Oh, yeah. Who will think of the poor profit makers?
This might get in the way of some big business that needs to do business in this area. I mean, come on. Think about them.
And yeah, I think we'll just let her talk for a while, but she's just talking about what they're doing there.
Today we're at the Cannons Creek Lake Reserve doing water quality monitoring, but this is also a site where we've done a lot of native plants. Just a couple of weeks ago we planted down at the edge of the pond, we planted 800 native plants, including quite a lot of Neko palms donated from Friends of Mararoa. And we're just hoping that these native plants just filter a lot of the water and just really add to the healthy life within the streams here. So the overall plan is that the biodiversity comes back to East Porirua, that we see thriving manu in this area. We see keruru, we see ruru, we see tuna in the awa swimming up. And just to...
Also, just for clarity, tuna is eels, awa is river, manu are birds. So
bring back all of that biodiversity here. I think that this Ngāhere Korowai project is important because it's local people leading local change. It's community coming together to support each other for this massive collaborative effort of just reforesting this land. And that's why it's so special. It's because it's the people on the ground.
I've been planting all around Porirua region areas.
But yeah, so I just thought that was a really cool little, like, you know, thing that they're doing, the way that they're trying to, you know, help bring back the biodiversity, which is a really huge thing that's really important for a lot of even just climate stuff as well. And it'd be good to see how they go.
This is the irresponsible spending Act was talking about. I mean, I'm seeing all this wasted money when we could be charging people to come and plant these native plants, you know?
So true.
I mean, we could make so much money.
Actually, no. You know what? I bet you they wouldn't even pay someone to do this. They'd use prison labor to do stuff like this. That is what they would do.
Yeah. And then we could bring the plebs and pay them to watch the prison labor plants. Yeah. It'd be like a show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be like, you know...
We could do some kind of competition where all the prisoners have to fight for their freedom.
I was like, are you about to start fucking describing Death Race and Death Match? Have you watched the Death Race movies?
One of them.
Well, Death Race starts after Death Match, which is basically... the prequel to the Death Racing to get out of prison, was where you just basically have like pedal to the death prisoner brawls. But they also included these weird like aspects where they'd have a course and they could like actually tap on like power-ups and get like actual weapons from those power-ups. It was crazy.
We could get the tourists to do it. Actually, we could do tourists v prisoners. How about that?
I thought you said tourists feed prisoners at first.
Tourists come and feed the prisoners.
I was imagining, like, feeding birds at a pond. Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see people doing good shit, and I really hope that it keeps going good. To be fair, I like Porirua. It's really lovely over there. So.
Yeah, I don't mind Porirua either. You know, I remember when I was going to Wellington, it was like, it's so weird over there because it is weird that like it's not all like one giant sort of city, because it really does blur like when you're traveling up. Like, especially if you don't live there or haven't lived there your whole life, and you're traveling up to Porirua, you're like, did we leave Wellington? Are we in a different place?
Well, yeah, because of the weird Greater Wellington region thing they like to do, but...
Well, the only thing that sort of makes it stick out a bit more is you're like, okay, there's a lot of there's harbour shit over here, you know, shipping containers, I guess, more of them, maybe. I actually don't remember. I had to go back to Porirua.
I'm actually probably going to go over there, and well, yeah, the mall's good, but also their aquatic center. And not only is it a decent aquatic center, but instead of like how most ones I've been to, they'll like charge you the entrance fee, but then you get charged extra for like the spa and like the water slides and those kind of things. At Porirua, it's all one price, and it's quite cheap.
Nice.
So I went there for my birthday like last year. It's really nice.
Cool.
Anyway, that's us done for our main stuff.
Oh, there's the quickies.
Yeah, I think we've got your stuff next, do we?
Okay, well, yeah, we can do my thing next, I suppose.
Oh, you changed your picture.
I'll just need to... What picture? What do you mean?
There was a different picture at the top of the
you doing the pictures.
Today.
Okay, so I don't need to do all that stuff? You got all that sorted? Okay.
I can do this for you. That's fine.
All right. Then
I don't want to make your life harder.
Okay.
That way you can just focus on reading, and then I'll just go to the next one when you're ready.
All right, well, I'll just quickly rearrange my screen here. Excuse me for just a moment.
I mean, while you do that, I'll explain to people what the next thing we're going to do is. So, because obviously it's the last episode, Roger's decided to do a little deep dive on the history of Christmas in Aotearoa.
Yeah.
So, I'm quite excited for this. And if we do have a little bit of time, I might mention a couple of things about Christmas in general. But
we got
honestly,
some memes and stuff.
We'll see how it goes. I'd rather focus on your one.
Anyway, I haven't even proofread the script yet, so I hope it reads well.
Edit it live.
I'm editing it live. All right. Christmas. Well, I'm hearing an echo. I think it's coming from you. Christmas. Yeah, I think it's coming from you. Anyway, I'll have to ignore it.
No, I realized it's because I had it too close to here. I got it. I'll move my thing away.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, many people view it as a Christian-centric holiday. That's not the whole truth. Although its origins are Christian, much of what we do recognize as Christmas developed through European cultural practice, particularly in Central and German-speaking regions in Europe. The date itself sits within the winter solstice period, a time that already held significance across much of Europe through seasonal and pagan celebrations. You know, people will come out, they'll celebrate the winter solstice. All these old Germanic tribes and stuff, which wasn't just restricted to them either. While December 25th was fixed within early Christian tradition rather than directly copied from pagan calendars, its proximity to the solstice allowed existing winter customs to persist under a new religious framing. Essentially, it made them easier to assimilate into this new religion from their old pagan beliefs, essentially. Whether or not that was just sort of convenience or it was something that was manufactured intentionally. It was. I mean, quite possibly.
I just realized I should have read the beginning of yours because stuff I'm covering actually explains some of the bit in that.
I'm playing it a bit cooler on that because I haven't found any definite proof so far that that's necessarily the case, but it seems more or less that it's more likely to be that than just a coincidence. But it's still possible. Let's see. So the overlap made the transition less disruptive, enabling cultural traditions to remain largely intact, even as religious identity shifted. Christmas, as it is commonly celebrated today, emerged from this process of adaptation rather than from early Christian practice alone. Many of its now familiar traditions were shaped or popularized in German-speaking regions and later adopted and standardized, particularly throughout Victorian England. That's when, in English-speaking communities, Christmas really started to become popular. And a big reason because of that is what was the royal family's name? I don't remember, but essentially the royals of England were German, and so they brought some of those cultural practices to England into Christmas there. So essentially they started adopting some more of those things like Christmas trees and those kinds of decorations, holly and carols and all that kind of stuff. That came from the Germanic people and their traditions on Europe. So Christmas became a unifying the shift was reinforced as British and European settlers carried their Christmas customs to colonies and new societies, where holiday functions as a shared cultural ritual rather than a strictly religious one. In these contexts, Christmas became a unifying tradition that emphasized domesticity, generosity, social cohesion, accelerating its secularization and global spread. Because as probably many people aren't wholly aware, there was still, at least if you go back to like Victorian times, there was still a lot of sects and spins of Christianity that weren't practicing Christmas and stuff like that. You know, they didn't do it for whatever reason. But as colonization became a thing, it became a thing for these shared Christian communities to sort of bond over. So it became more common throughout pretty much most forms of Christianity, essentially. Became more accepted. Yeah. So, but when was the first Kiwi Christmas? Because that's really what we want to know. That's really what we
fuck everyone else.
Yeah, fuck the colonizers. I was just giving you a bit of a backstory. Many would say it was Marsden's sermon, but there are a couple of contenders that I'm going to go to first. First one I'm naming Abel's Fable, I guess, because it rhymed.
Hell yeah.
In 1642, two Dutch East India Company ships, the Hemschreck and the Zeeheim, anchored in Mohua, or Golden Bay. They were not well received by the local iwi of Ngati Tumataki Kokiri. I think I said that. Tumata Kokiri. Is that correct?
Kokiri, yeah.
Kokiri. One of the smaller boats was rammed by a waka, and 4 of Tasman's men were killed. After naming the place Murderers Bay, Tasman and his men bravely ran away. They fled all the way. Yeah, so they just 4 of them died, and they're like, getting the fuck out. It's 2 fucking warships, you know? They're just like, no, we're not sticking around.
Right.
They fled all the way to Wellington, so they went from like Auckland all the way down to Wellington. And whilst sheltering a storm, the Dutch enjoyed the first Christmas dinner in New Zealand of pork and wine. So there you go. That one doesn't sound too bad. Bit of an adventure, but
I didn't realize the first one was in Wellington.
Yeah, well, it's arguable. I mean, they weren't on the land; they were just on a boat, so you know, it's very arguable.
Were in the Wellington water area.
They were in the Wellington water area, but I don't know. We're getting technical, so who knows? Also, they're Dutch. I don't know. Next we go on to the fabled Captain Cook and his cooking. During James Cook's first voyage in 1769, the crew of the Endeavour was to feast on a good old goose pie for their Christmas dinner. The issue was they had no geese. They didn't have geese made. What are you going to do without the geese? So what do you think they did?
I bet you they didn't fish or anything.
No, they didn't.
That.
No, they didn't fish. Instead, they settled for the next best thing, a gannet. Apparently, it worked out well, as the crew allegedly spent Boxing Day nursing hangovers. So it was at least.
What did they put in the gannet?
I don't know. Well, I'm assuming they were drinking rum. So at least it was the first, drunk Christmas. So it was perhaps you could argue the first traditional.
You it was not the first drunk Christmas.
I mean, well, there's no reports on that Abel Tasman one where they got drunk. We don't have any reports. That's
You're telling me there were no journalists that were there for us to know?
I am telling you there were no Dutch journalists on that boat.
No Dutch journalists.
No. In fact, maybe they weren't attacked by a waka at all. We don't.
Bruno.
Anyway, I did do a little looking into the Yorkshire goose pie. It's a fucking hell of a pie. It is a pie containing a boned goose, which is stuffed with a boned turkey, and then surrounded by 2 boned ducks, surrounded by 6 woodcocks, and force meat made of baked hare. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different meats in there. 4 of them are fucking birds.
None of which sound appetizing at all.
I know, and it's literally a bird stuffed in a bird, stuffed with 2 more birds, stuffed with several birds, covered in rabbit meat. I was like, they didn't have the goose. They had everything else. Like, that was the key ingredient they didn't have, apparently. They had 6 woodcocks, 2 ducks of fucking hare, but they didn't have the fucking goose. So... sounds good though. I kind of want to try it. Not gonna lie, I would try that if someone offered.
I wouldn't.
Anyway, moving on. That was possibly the first Christmas, but we're moving on to Marsden's sermon, who most would probably regard as the first real Christmas celebration done here in New Zealand. To look into this event, first we need to know a little about Marsden himself. Looking into him, he was a strange man. Like many of us, he was a walking contradiction. Like me, at least. I call myself that, a walking contradiction. He was definitely one. He is a man of virtuous spirit who sees humanity and individuality in all people, who shows due respect and horror towards violence, yet simultaneously has a callous and wrathful nature, filled with bigoted and reductive views and assumptions of all he came into contact with. Even during this time, he was considered bigoted and self-serving by his contemporaries. So that sort of shows you a bit about his views. Even during the 1800s, he was considered a bigot. Yet had a weird fascination for the Māori people. He was the magistrate in Parramatta in New South Wales, where he became known as the flogging parson due to his harsh penalties, which noticeably extended floggings. It was around this time that he had befriended some chieftains who were visiting Port Jackson, which is in modern-day Sydney, particularly Te Pahi of the Bay of Islands, with the goal of founding the first Christian colony on the land. His initial trip to Aotearoa was halted after the massacre of the Boyd, which delayed his first arrival for almost 7 years. So we'll be moving on to that next. The capture of the Boyd. Sorry, that's just an image of the capture of the Boyd, but we'll actually go more into that a little bit later. But when he successfully petitioned the Church Missionary Society to permit the establishment of a settlement, he sailed with 3 missionary families and 6 Māori chiefs, Ruatara and Hongihika among them. On the way, some of the chiefs became withdrawn. Apparently, they had been talking to a man in Sydney who proclaimed the following: the missionaries would shortly introduce a much greater number, and thus in time become so powerful as to possess themselves the whole island, and either destroy the natives or reduce them to slavery.
Who was that person? Get them here.
Just some guy in Sydney who just warned the chiefs before they got there.
Bro tried to warn us.
He did try to warn us. Unfortunately for them, upon threatening to turn the vessel around, Marsden convinced them that this was not the case. So they continued onward. They carried on to a successful first encounter between missionaries and locals. Marsden said, "This was one of the most interesting and pleasant days I have ever enjoyed." Exotic joys aside, his first goal was to figure out the mystery of what occurred to the Boyd. According to reports, the crew were attacked, butchered, cannibalized, with few survivors. With his entourage, he made the trek to Whangaroa, where he met the local iwi, which I think were Ngāti Uru, but I couldn't figure that out for sure, where it is believed to be the first Māori-European pōwhiri, where each discharged their rifles in turn. Well, actually, so that was actually the two, I remember when I was looking at this, so it was the two parties, so you had the Whangaroa locals, who discharged theirs, and then his entourage of chiefs that accompanied him, who did the same, and then apparently looking at the sort of custom, he decided to do the same and let off his rifle just to show that he meant no harm as well. So I thought, give him his dues. He at least seems to have good intuition. So yeah. It seemed like it all went well. So Marsden met the chiefs. Following discussion, it was discovered that Te Ara, often referred to as George, son of the chief, was humiliated and flogged by the captain of the, what was it called? The Boyd. A serious breach of tikanga, given his rank. This trickled down to the crew as well, where disrespect permeated throughout the ranks. Once they decided to drop him back home, his whānau didn't take too kindly to the way he'd been treated and instantly took revenge on the captain and his crew. So, in short, that's essentially what happened to the Boyd. They decided to take a Māori chieftain's son into their crew, completely fucking disrespected him, whipped him, returned him home, and thought there would just be no consequences, but joke's on them. They apparently all got eaten, I guess, allegedly.
Also, yes, Marsden is cringe.
That's true. He is cringe. Also, I couldn't find any hard evidence that Marsden Point was named after him, but it seems to be a lot near. Yeah, I couldn't find any hard quotes on that. I was trying to find that before we went live, but I couldn't find it. But I was feeling like it must be.
Whangaroa is the iwi there is Ngāti Kahu ki Whangaroa.
Oh, have I been corrected on that?
Yes.
Okay.
That is me correcting you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Mostly because I didn't know, so I Googled
yeah, well, I wasn't sure either. I was like, because the writings I found, I was like, none of them were mentioning iwi, so I tried to figure it out myself. That's why I put it in brackets. Anyway, so after spending the night with the people he was convinced might eat him, Marsden was treated to breakfast where all the members shook hands, saluted, hongied, and Marsden passed on his wishes that they would have no more wars. So, he's a very well-wishing guy.
Right.
I hope you guys have no more wars, and I hope it does come from the people I bring with me or anything to do with that.
Or the guns that we bring into a country. Definitely.
Well, they already had
guns. I'm sure there won't be something bad that happens.
No, bad will come of this ever.
Right.
Upon the group's return to the Bay of Islands, the locals apparently gawked at the first sightings of a horse and a cow. Marsden apparently showed off his riding skills along the beach, and the locals showed him all the customs that we, as we know of them, haka, song, war reenactments apparently of some battles, all that stuff. Ruatara is described to have put in enormous work preparing the fencing and podium for the celebrations the following day. Ruatara even elected a flagpole on the highest hill. Marsden was delighted to see the British flag when flying when he rose on Christmas morning the next morning. Showing his appreciation, he said, "I considered the signal the signal for the dawn of civilization, liberty, and religion in that dark, benighted land." So,
what did you just call me?
He said it was a dark and benighted land. This was the dawn of civilization. His arrival, okay? The British flag being there.
So yes,
that was
of course.
I love it. Like, Ruatara's just doing all this shit for him all night, puts up an entire fucking camp for him, and he's like, yes, these savages, they've finally they've learned.
These savages and their hospitality. Fuck.
See what I've showed them in but one day, what they could learn from us in a lifetime. Anyway, so let's move on to his first sermon. And so, it was on this day, 25th of December, 1814, that New Zealand is considered to have had its first true Christmas. However, it would open with the foreboding and perhaps now ironic second chapter of St. Luke's Gospel, the 10th verse, and Marsden started his sermon as follows. "Behold, I bring you glad tidings of great joy," he said, emanating from a man whose mind is trapped within its colonial prism. On and on he looked at the abundance around him, a land so rich and free, not shackled by the burdens of modern civilization, something which Marsden simultaneously admires about the land and its people, yet also holds against them. His tidings turned to chains. According to Marsden himself, the sermon was quite an affair. He said, "I got up and began the service by singing Old 100th Psalm and felt my very soul melting within me." By the way, I looked up this song. It was a fucking snore. No one's feeling that listening to
I
this.
was actually wondering. I was like,
yeah,
what
it's
is
just
that?
it's the
I
most
bet you it's
generic,
shit.
boring, just like moany, boring shit you'd sing in church. You know, boring church hymn. Yeah. So, with hundreds in attendance, I think it was something like 300 to 400. He wrote down. The sermon was translated verse by verse with Ruatara. The locals apparently had much fascination as well as questions about the scripture Marsden was preaching, but Ruatara calmed their questions, promising answers in time and hitting anyone with a stick who showed disrespect. In return, Marsden and his party were honoured with a haka.
In return,
yeah.
Marsden betrayed all of the Māori people.
Yes, pretty much. And that was sort of the weird thing reading. Well, 'cause I was reading all of this and I was like, my God, this is so beautiful in some ways, these meeting of cultures and the two showing... In ways, like reading Marsden's in a monologue, you see a bit of the disrespect there, where he's like these non-civilized people that, as I behest to him, that's part of his mind being trapped within this colonial prison. He just can't think outside of it. It's just something very difficult. Like that's their weakness. Like they see it.
They had many.
They had a lot of weaknesses, but I think that was their main weakness, was thinking they were so superior back in those days. Even now, I would say. But like the whole thing where these two cultures could come together, show respect and engage and interact with one each other in like a beautiful, harmonious way, and him to say those words of "I bring you great tidings of joy," and I'm just like, it's so ominous what this entails as a turning point for history, and the people he's introducing it to was just, I don't know.
But also, how's he bringing these tidings of joy? I'm pretty sure they were pretty happy already. I think they were actually relatively chill.
He brought them the joy of God. Yeah, that's ultimately what he means when he says all that. But in some ways, he's talking about civilization as well, because
civilization and Christianity have unfortunately
that's the whole thing. That's like and that's the whole thing that's sort of very it's so weird and oxymoronical, if that's a word, with his entire way he admires the people. In fact, I got a quote here that pretty much sums it up pretty well. So he said, "The best and kindest affections of the human heart are found only in the man who has neither been born amidst luxuries nor educated in the refinements of civilized society." So you could kind of see where he gets the admiration from. He sees them as being, probably more true of heart and holy than he is in a way, because they haven't been, I guess, spoiled by civilized society. But he also treats it as like it's this necessity that you need, and I'm bringing it to you. I bestow this upon you, this civilization. So I don't know. His entire existence I just thought was strange. So he's a character, that's for sure. But yeah, that was the first New Zealand Christmas, or a few of them there. That's about as far as I got with my research, although I did get a couple tidbits there as well. I think you've clicked on this one, which is the typical Kiwi Christmas, which I just thought was amusing. Well, this is like the early 1900s, which I just, because this was the caption that was under it, was calling it a typical Kiwi Christmas, and I was looking at it like, okay,
right, that's the most not Kiwi looking thing I've ever seen. Wow. I mean, it does look Kiwi in that, like, especially because like right here we got the geysers of Rotorua. Like, I've seen pictures from, back when we still had the pink and white terraces and those kind of things. This definitely looks like colonialism joining our country.
Yeah. Also, these postcard things, they're kind of like, like Instagram stories or those Facebook collage things, memory things they'll do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but like olden time. Because they got like 10 different photos on here.
Well, yeah, you've got all these geese. I'm assuming they're hoping to eat in a pie or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. Captain Cook would have wanted one of those.
Got the geysers here at Aotearoa.
Maybe that's the first thing Captain Cook did. He said, "It's like, we need geese."
Oh, Auckland Weekly News. Yeah.
1905.
Right? That's been like, what, 120 years ago?
120 years ago, yeah.
Almost to the day, because it says December 20th underneath it, actually, in 5
That's
days.
true. Shit, that's creepy. Ominous.
I know, right?
Not really.
Almost as creepy and ominous as colonization, I guess.
Oh my god. I mean, there's like a 1 in 300 something, 350 chance or something. You'll get the same day. Also, one more I did find, if you want to click on that one, the Sticky Beak song, which I thought
open, yeah.
Yeah, well, so apparently we had a Christmas jingle, a Christmas song called Sticky Beak the Kiwi, and I thought this was neat, and I just wanted to listen to it. I just want to share this with everyone. It's no copyright or anything.
1981.
Yeah. I've never heard of it before.
Neither. Oh, I mean, I'll let it play and see if I've actually.
Well, I always thought it was neat, and we need to bring it back. That's all.
Sticky beak. Sticky beak.
Sticky beak.
Sticky beak.
Why do they always sound Australian in the way they say that? Sticky
Sticky beak. Sticky beak. Sticky beak.
Sticky beak the kiwi, that bird from way down under. He's caused a great commotion, and it isn't any wonder. He's notified old Santa Claus to notify the deer that he will pull the Christmas sleigh in the southern hemisphere.
Hey.
Lots of toys for girls and boys on the Christmas sleigh. He will take the starlight trail along the Milky Way. Hear the laughing children as they shout along with glee. Sticky beak, be sure to call on me.
Yeah, see, it's a bit of a
Oh,
pop.
1960s. I see.
Gary, do you know this one?
Wow. You want to ask the old person? I mean, fair enough. But also,
Yeah, you gotta ask the old person if they know that's this old thing. Yes, I am. What's that? What's that called? When you show respect to your elders. Excuse me.
Fuck, I should I know. I don't know. I actually don't.
Okay.
I do like the words though.
You like the words?
I'm not gonna lie. The line when they were singing, "He will take the starlight trail along the Milky Way." I was like, "Damn, okay, pop off." Like they really got some lines in here. I kind of love it though. I definitely. Do you know what? I really wish that we had this to sing this at choir, because I was a choir kid. And we used to sing so many shitty fucking Christmas songs.
I like this line, that Maori land dictator.
Wait, what?
The Maori land dictator.
Are they talking about the white people?
No, I think they're talking about Sticky Beak.
Huh. I now feel like I need a
I guess he conquered us. Yeah, maybe that's the law.
Who Sticky Beak is.
Sticky Beak takes over the country, he conquers us.
Also, the only like kind of other Christmas song I kind of think of that felt more like, well, not Kiwi but Southern Hemisphere was Santa Wear Shorts. So this could get added to the repertoire. I like
Anyway,
that.
Yeah. No, I want to bring that back. I'm going to do a cover. I want to do a cover for this Christmas. That's my goal. We'll see if I do it. I'll see if I do it. I might do it. It's easier to do a cover for a song than it is to write your own. That's at least the easy thing about doing a cover. So.
That is a fair point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, we could watch a couple of little bits that I have to basically technically point holes in some of a little bit of your the European Christmas history.
Sure. Let's do that. Let's do that. We can argue.
Oh, it's not even an argument. I know I'm right.
No. Let them fight. Let them fight.
Mostly because I've always been, for me, when you said that that Christmas was centered in Christianity, I'm like, no, it's not.
Well, I said the opposite. I literally started saying exactly the opposite thing.
Disagree.
I said,
anyway.
while many people view it as a Christian-centric holiday, that is not the whole truth.
Yeah, the whole truth. That's not that. It's basically not at all. Is that Christianity just fucking stole bits and pieces from everybody else? Same way English was just bits and pieces of everything else.
That's most things. That's humanity. That's humanity as a species. That's all we do.
Yes, but this is with more intention.
All right. Tell me your intention.
That sounds like an innuendo.
Sky. However, this date of birth is highly questioned, as apparently the nativity scene described in Christian religious texts do not specify the precise date. Some say the reason why December 25th was chosen was simply because it was the day when Romans celebrated the winter solstice. In fact, the first registered Christmas celebration was in Rome on December 25th of the year.
Yeah, so pause there. That's already a distinction, just to be clear, from what we were saying before, where so Romans celebrated the solstice on the 25th. It was a bit earlier if you went a bit more north, so it was a bit earlier. So that's where you get the specific date of 25th comes from the Romans.
Yeah.
So, but it's more that date then gets retained and associated to like these other cultures and rituals around that same sort of time.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
In the year 200, Clement of Alexandria, an antiquity scholar, wrote, "There are those who have determined not only the year of our Lord's birth, but also the day. And they say it took place on the 25th day of the Egyptian month of Pakon. This would be equivalent to May 20th. So why was December 25th chosen? The solstice match hypothesis seems the most likely. In fact, the Bible apparently has several passages linking the idea of Jesus to that of the sun. A quote even states, 'Unto you shall the Son of Righteousness arise.' And the Romans celebrated their sun god Invictus on this winter solstice. So it makes sense that as Christians began to grow within the Roman Empire, they wanted to appropriate this date for their new faith. Stephen Emans of the University of Alberta also states that it is cosmic symbolism which inspired the church leadership in Rome to elect the southern solstice.
I think so just to be clear, I was specifically talking about the Germanic people, which the Roman people do not come under, which is what I was talking about before. Just so I see a little bit where the confusion might have. None of this is contradicting anything I said.
No,
just to be clear. So because essentially what I'm saying is we're not sure whether or not it was to try and assimilate other peoples, or like themselves, which I think is more being the implication here, which is they made it to fit within their own cultural norms already, which would have been the society that Christianity emerged in, which would have been Roman society.
That's where we have another video part.
Yeah, well, that actually gets even more complex when you're talking about different cultures, because technically the religion comes from a different culture that they were fucking... It gets even more complicated.
Again, you're putting multiple different ones.
Because it's like when you say Rome and the Romans, are you talking about within the Roman Empire? Because if you go to Judea, they're not really... Most of them aren't Romans. They're people,
Well, and exactly. Like, they also steal things from so many different ones and they put them together. So this part here in an Adam Conover video is, I'm going to actually just make it go a little bit faster, even though he talks decently paced. Oh, no, where is it? There we go.
The answer is little piggies.
I don't even know what they were putting up, but I'm going to say yep.
The question was, what have the Romans ever done for us?
That's a fair point.
Festival called Yule celebrated the birth of the sun. Families would burn the biggest log they could find.
Again, this is where we see the tying in of the sun again.
And celebrate around evergreen trees to ward off winter depression.
I hate to burst your bubble, Chuck, but this has nothing to do with Christmas. December 25th is still Jesus' birthday.
Actually, no one really knows for certain when Jesus was born. But we do know that when Christianity took hold of Europe in the 5th century, some common folk refused to part with these pagan parties. So Christian leaders gradually transformed these popular traditions into a celebration of Jesus' birth.
Hey, you pagan freaks! My God was probably born today. This party's about Jesus now, okay? Whatever, dude. It's turned up in this forest.
Inserting Christ into these winter festivals was basically a civic compromise. Make the party about Jesus, and you can keep getting jiggy with it.
Well, Chuck, sounds like that's when Christmas became the nice family-friendly holiday we know today.
Nope. It stayed a debauched, violent booze fest for a long time.
Which I do love, because obviously pagan holidays and all those tend to be a lot more interesting. I'm going to turn it a little bit.
You love booze?
1,000 years, Christmas was more like a terrifying Mardi Gras. In England, drunken mobs would take over the streets, and a beggar would be crowned the Lord of Misrule.
I declare, all crime is legal. It's purge time, baby!
The mobs would bang on rich people's doors and demand to be served the best food and drink they had. And if they
Are we hearing this, Whānau? Maybe we should take a page out of our ancestors' book and just knock on rich people's doors and go, "Oi, cunt, give me some nice food."
When I see these kinds of weird things like rituals and customs and stuff like this, I always think, how did that start? Who's the first person to do that?
Well, that's the thing is, and a lot of like what they're saying in this too, of just that, you know, there's just a migration, kind of a natural migration that seems to be happening, especially when you kind of tie in, you know, what you were talking about before of like colonization and Christianity, you know. They just needed a way to make their narrative fit the context of wherever they were. And that's one thing I will say, like, the Christians and the way they colonized using religion was unfortunately really smart and is one of their strengths, because like even here in Aotearoa, you know, there's arguments. Some believe this is something that has existed pre-colonization.
Oh, we're going to talk about the Sky Father stuff?
Well, yeah, it's just the existence of the fact that, you know, we now have, I've just forgotten his name after you said that. Basically, it's the name, Matua Ihu Kore. That's his name. And that's essentially a god, like a singular Iho Matua Kore, which is a supreme creator that some believe is part of Maori and Polynesian traditions. But unfortunately, there are a lot of things point to this probably was influence and something that just kind of got picked up based off of, you know, because Maori took to religion a lot because they could really identify with, you know, some of the aspects of Christianity. You know, they're very spiritual people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that spirituality was manipulated.
Yeah. Well, as I was saying in that recollection of the first sermon, that they were apparently quite engaged with it and everything that was being said, and they had a lot of questions after he was just figured like, oh my, tell me more about this fucking guy that smited a lot of people. I don't know. It sounds pretty cool.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, you know, because Maori did, you know, they had gods, they did, and not in the way that we think of though, because instead of being some like essentially human type deity, you know, the gods were the elements themselves.
Yeah.
Which,
like Ruamoko, the earthquake god.
Yeah, he's
no
the
one
baby.
dares look down on a god like that, Ruamoko. So I'm just quoting Sam Hunt. And I also had a similar theory when it came to the Maori, the Maui story. Sorry. Specifically, just the visuals of it, not the actual story of Maui, but when it comes to the North Island, South Island, because that relies on a knowing of the cartography, the shape of the land, for it to be like you know, it's very specific. We got this long canoe thing. Yeah.
Interesting that you say that too, because the Maori used to view like Aotearoa, instead of being the southern thing, it's flipped.
Yeah.
Because obviously they came from like East Tahitian area. They came from that Polynesian side. So they came in this way. The first island they came to was the North Island.
Yeah, well, and that North Island as well, being that was probably when they're referring to Aotearoa, that's probably more or less what they're just going to refer to. They probably wouldn't have really, I expect, like I'm talking like pre-1800 sort of, they probably wouldn't have paid much mind to South Island, I'm assuming.
Well, no, so that's the thing is...
Not saying that they ignored it or didn't engage, but when like... from their cultural standpoint, it's probably mainly all focused around North Island, right?
No, so that's actually not the case at all. So basically, you had a bunch of... So there's essentially approximately 25 years of migration that actually happened. So unfortunately, New Zealand history has kind of got it wrong, where they essentially imply that you had... all of the waka came over at the same time. That is not the case. It was at least about 25 years that they were slowly coming over. But one thing that was really interesting is that within a very short period of time, probably only like a year or two, they had discovered all of the like useful
I wasn't saying they
rocks
weren't
and-
engaging with the South Island. Just FYI, Laura, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah.
Just
it was more that they had gone everything. They had gone from top to bottom, whatever way you see it. Yeah, you can speak to your thing.
If you have a map, please show me. I want to see this. Please show me if you have if you know of a map that
He has map autism, so he means
I
that
do.
genuinely.
I'm meaning that seriously. I want to see this map that they were using, because as far as I know, they just navigate with the stars. I don't think they had traditional cartography. I'm not saying they wouldn't have made. Maybe
there
they
was,
scribbled some kind of
navigation as well.
rudimentary maps, maybe, but I don't think they had one on the level of like the country. I don't feel. But hey, maybe I'm wrong.
I know I have seen depictions of some from a while back.
Yeah.
But it also depends, because some of them were depicted more here based.
So what I was meaning more when I was talking about the North Island thing culture. So you know when people say Aotearoa refers pretty much just to the North Island, right? Is that not?
I've never heard anyone say
See, I've had a lot of people. I've heard people argue over this.
Really?
Yes. Maybe.
If anything,
maybe
I
it
think
might.
of the South Island more than I think of the North Island.
Well,
because
maybe
of
it's
the...
that's what I think too, because it gets so much more cloud. I swear to God.
Weird.
But I've
I've never
heard
heard
people
someone say
have
that.
fucking arguments over this. Maybe it's like some white guy South Island thing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It might
If it's
just
from
be
South Island, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong there. So sorry, I made an assumption. Oh,
That's
well.
fine. You're white and you're white Maori from the South
You don't know
Island.
what I
we will
am.
We will give you a pass.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there was a lot of trading up and down.
Yes,
whatever
star
up
maps.
and down you use.
Yes, star maps. But that's not what we're talking about. When we're talking about remember the whole legend with Maui and the is it fish? Is it just a fish? I don't know. Sometimes
Stingray.
It's usually drawn as a stingray, but that's another thing. Like I think it was just more of a vague fish thing. But then I guess when we discovered the cartography of the land, we sort of saw that's like a stingray shape, so we made it more of a stingray. That's what I feel. Like it's one of those situations. But no, yeah, I don't
could
think
see that.
1793 is the oldest known map of Māori New Zealand. Okay, cool. I want to see that.
Again, the map autism would like a link,
I would like
please.
to see that. Yeah. I probably already have seen it, but yeah, I'd still like to see it.
Nah. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of most of what I wanted to touch on, just some of those few bits, because essentially, yeah, like everything we think of when we think of Christmas, even down to like these antlers and reindeer, that comes from another fucking area.
Laura, was that dick charts or not? Was that dick charts or dick charts? All right.
Tick charts, I see.
Anyway.
So funny.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
Your mum.
Did we just go
being
to a couple of memes or something?
Yeah, I reckon we're at meme
Fuck
time.
it. Yep.
I haven't opened any memes. So.
Yeah, I put a couple of good ones up the top there.
What you want me? Oh, at the top.
Yeah.
At
there's
the
a meme.
top of the memes.
Yeah.
All right. Point me to the memes.
I love how you're laughing and no one else can see.
Yeah, because I gotta go to the fucking make sure I'm on the right page to do it. Hold up.
That's a pre-approved meme.
Right. That's
It's been screened.
that's the one privilege I have. I mean, it is pretty fucking hilarious. It's also funny because I'm like, I don't give a shit who tracks my data. I am gonna move away from Spotify though.
I'm the opposite there. I'm like, no tracking my data.
Yeah, my best friend's like that.
Yeah, I disable every fucking feature, everything, you know. Also,
my mate is such a fucking freak about that shit. He's just like you.
I went to Wikipedia today, and Wikipedia said, "Do you want your Wikipedia wrapped?"
No, what the
Yes, yes.
No.
I was like,
I not have a. I mean, I don't know if we would have a Wikipedia.
I mean, it was on the phone app, so it might be different.
I don't.
Let me see if they're
I
doing
don't
it on
know
the
they had
website.
a phone app.
No.
I've never logged into Wikipedia though, so that wouldn't ever matter. But
I mean, I'm not logged in. Log
Okay.
in? Why would I log in? No, I just use the app.
I guess so. If they've got the app, that's probably would make sense
Yeah.
how it works through app.
Mm.
Also, yes, I saw the meme of Baby No Money retiring from music. One thing you'll learn about my boy is he is a shit poster to the nth degree. That was actually one thing I was like, if we had no news today, do you know what I was going to do? I was going to make us go through and rate Baby No Money drag and cosplay, which would have been fun.
Okay.
Instead, people shot people.
Yeah, that wasn't
I don't
great.
love that.
No.
I just realized that I have a...
Oh, wait, I got another really
have-
good one here. Hold up.
Yep, sweet as, because I'm looking for my meme
I'm
too,
going to put it under that last meme. This one gave me a good chuckle today.
Let me just go to the document.
Is that a meme?
Is the Grinch's name, or his ethnicity, or his job? You know what? That's really fair, actually.
It's super- and it makes it in so many different lights when you hear now people going, the Grinch. If that's his ethnicity.
I mean, yeah. I can see that. Fucking hell. All right. Do we have another one? I thought I put a meme in, but I mustn't have. I am dropping the ball on memes, fun.
Oh, I thought this one was funny. Yeah, watch this one.
All right, where we going?
This was a true hero. We've seen a true hero in Australia. Now we're going to see this true hero.
Viral security footage captured on December 6th shows the terrifying moment.
I should make that bigger. There you go.
Viral security footage captured on December 6th shows the terrifying moment a woman was forced to.
Did that dude just run away?
Yes. Boyfriend of the year.
Oh my god!
Viral security footage captured on December 6th.
What the fuck? I've seen TikToks of people joking about doing that. That's, oh my god. Like, I've seen people being in, like, you know, what is it, those haunted house walkthroughs where, like, someone's come out and the boyfriend's run away.
Yeah.
But this is real. What the fuck?
Viral security footage captured on December 6th shows the terrifying moment a woman was forced to fight off a knife-wielding mugger after her much taller male companion chose to step back and hide.
What
behind
is
the
he
wall.
doing?
I know, it
He is
just...
now unfortunately paying for.
And look at all the other men around him are being...
Walking down the street on vacation in Colombia when the army
I really hope
suddenly approached
this was at the end of the trip and not the start.
Oh my god, same. Otherwise, she would be going straight. Look, what the fuck? This dude runs from off camera and he's just there. What the fuck? Oh my god. If anyone, I don't care if it's my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my best friend, if you're with someone and they did that and they just fucking gapped it like that, over.
No, I think
we're
everyone
done.
needs to give this man a PayPal. Donate to this man.
We need to give him $700,000 on
$700,000
GoFundMe.
for that man. Give him 700,000 right there.
Okay, well, if we gave if people gave 700,000 to that man, how much does this man owe? You reckon? I feel like he's in
I don't know.
arrears.
Trump's gonna give him the money. This man's a hero. He's a misunderstood. He's been villainized for just looking out for number
Did you
one.
know-
Who looked out for himself.
Trump actually spoke about. That's one thing I didn't mention. Trump did actually speak about the guy who tackled the gunman.
Okay. He's a
fuck,
loser.
It
They say
wasn't
he's a
much.
loser.
No, he was actually praising him, which surprised
Good
me
on him.
because I was just like, again, it was like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't think you'd probably like if I don't know if he knows his name's Ahmed, because I don't know. He seems like Trump seems like the kind of asshole who would like probably not say anything nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We can watch this last little one, which is a bit of a cleanser. It's also funny though.
All right. Don't mind me. I'm just doing something else.
Don't mind me.
Just keep moving my... Is it this one at the bottom? Yep, cool. What the fuck? Who the fuck put the movie on for their fish?
They love it though.
That's how we're gonna end?
What? No, you want to try something else?
I mean, I don't know. They're just
Okay.
Hold up. I'm gonna.
This one's a little random. I don't know what
meme.
that one is. We can try that one.
All right, I'm still gonna send myself a meme.
Oh my god.
That was not the meme.
That was not the meme.
No.
Okay. Bad meme.
Actually, this will do.
Yeah. Apparently, it's BHN time. You need to hurry up.
Oh, like they're gonna start on time. Sorry, do you want to go wait while Pat figures out how long he
Don't
wants
make
to
me
wait till he
press the
sends
end
it on?
broadcast button. I'll do it.
Right. Wow, I can't believe you do me like that. Fine, let's go fucking finish on that meme, I guess.
Okay, we're finishing on that meme. Thank you very much for visiting us tonight. Do you have an outro song, or are we just doing a jig?
That's what I was doing. I was in the middle of finding it, but then you disappointed me. So, you know what?
Oh.
I'm gonna put my meme on because I just sent it to you now. So, fuck you. We're doing my meme. It's
Going
just
out
a
to a
random
meme.
meme. Yeah, why not? Let's make this our fucking outro, I guess. It is actually probably a pretty based outro.
Okay.
If you liked the butter. No, we can still do Baby No Money.
That was the meme.
It's still better than your shitty meme. Fuck you. You know what?
No, I'm choosing the song. We're going out on this.
Last time you chose this song, it got us copyright. No, don't get us copyright. La, la.
Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.
Communism.